Alright, are we live? Are we live right now? Alright, are we live? Are we live right now? Awesome, and we're also are we live with live right now? Alright, let's mute that so I don't get echoes coming through. Alright, okay, yeah, welcome everybody to obviously the stream. Just trying to adjust audio levels here. But yeah. How is everybody doing? Make sure to put down your tips, predictions, anything that you want to say before the game starts, and yeah, we'll just get a conversation going and we'll just go from there. Alright, so I'm probably gonna have to update the obviously with like how much there is to go in terms of the scores and stuff, but yeah, all in all we should be alright.
Game-changing moments. Get a read on today and subscribe for less than you think. Search news, special offer, and subscribe with Google today.
Can we get Whitney on stage, please?
We're live in 3, 2.
That's the greatest performance I've ever seen. I really appreciate that.
Whitney Houston, I Wanna Dance With Somebody. Rented now on Foxtel Store.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna go through a whole bunch of places.
Feels like a new club with the amount of changes that have happened. It was a hard pre-season, got the boys running, recognised that as our strength.
The system, we thought it would stand up and we've done the work, but until you test yourself, each week we've been able to just modify a little bit and learn.
Ross talks about the possibility of anything, like anything's possible, so you've got to have that mindset.
We always aim to win, right? But the AFL tells you you're not going to win every week.
I believe I've done that to completion.
St Kilda Collingwood gather round, full house, Adelaide Oval. Going to be some sort of game.
We know this is a big challenge, right? First time we're playing someone in the top 4, so it's a good challenge. But one we're keen to meet. We're excited for our fans. We exist for our fans, so we want to put on a show.
So the Pies have had about 10 days to stew over their first loss of the season. It was to the Brisbane Lions. They were outscored by 43 points from turnover, the worst differential recorded under Craig McRae, and lost the clearance by
There we
9
go.
season worst results. So they're wanting to perform a little better in that department today, Brownie.
Yeah, absolutely. Lions were good last week in that East Thursday game, but their pressure dropped off as well after quarter time. So they need to fix that area. One concern is obviously the ruck stocks. So even though we spoke about Eddie during the week that they didn't get hurt in clearances, you actually watch the vision of the tape, that 10-goal period, they actually did. It had a big effect.
All right, we're going to see a pretty special moment now where the Collingwood Football Club and the St Kilda Football Club go through the banner together in a united stand against racism. Eddie Betts, what do you make of this? It is a really profound moment.
This is amazing. I mean, for Nikki to be here too, I know it's been a big week, an emotional week for Nikki, and 30 years in the making since he's done that stance, and for these two clubs to run through the banner to make that stance against racism, with Nikki here just soaking up everything, it's special, and we've got to continue to educate, we've got to continue to call it out, and yeah, it's just amazing the two teams can do that.
Collingwood have also released a statement today apologising for the treatment that he received back then and throughout his career. So a real moment today to take stock and to pledge, to commit to stamping out racism.
It is, and and like I said, all we have to do is continue to talk about it, continue to educate, but we're going in the right direction.
Alright, how long we got? So we got 11.5 minutes. As I said, guys, if you got any predictions or anything like that, feel free to put them in the comments, and yeah, hopefully the Pies get the win, but yeah, I'm obviously just happy that Collingwood is just playing, period, so the fact that we're able to see them play is good enough for me.
In the fight against racism, continue well. I used to love watching Nicky Winmar play. Remember, he used to stand on people's heads. He stood on people's heads more than you did, Eddie.
I didn't stand on people's head, but in all seriousness, he's paved the way for a lot of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander players to stand up for what they believe in. You know, pointing out his skin. He's proud. He's black. He's deadly. He's here, and you know, a lot of Aboriginal players have spoken up after that. So. An unbelievable way, he's just dancing over here, having fun.
He is a star, and congratulations also to yourself for what you've been able to do in picking up that fight against racism as we head out to the middle now for the announcement from the Premier of South Australia and Gil McLaughlin.
To make a special announcement.
Just very brief, we've got a very important game going on. I just want to thank all South Australians, all football supporters who've travelled. Thank you all for making the inaugural gather round such a huge success. I want to thank our clubs, our players, all my team, and I think Adelaide has done a hell of a job. And on that basis, I want to hand over to the Premier to make a bit of an announcement.
I want to acknowledge we're on the lands of the Kaurna people. I want to thank the AFL, particularly you, Gil, for your leadership and putting your confidence not in me or the government, but putting your confidence in the people of South Australia to show up. And my word, you have done that. And I'm very, very pleased to announce that on the back of the success of this weekend, the AFL and the state government have reached the agreement that the gather round will be here in South Australia for the next 3 years.
There we have it, another 3 years of gathering here in Adelaide, and the roar goes up from the crowd and the fist pump from Eddie Betts. Eddie is stoked.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. More oysters, I say, more oysters for everybody to come over and celebrate this great state.
We're going to need 12 months to recover from the last few days, Sarah, and we're going to do it all again for 3 more years. No, it's fantastic. They've really embraced it. We've loved it. The energy around this city has been sensational. Obviously, we'll go into the regions. Again, hopefully with the building of a new stadium out in the Barossa Valley.
Congratulations to all involved. We've got Nicky Winmar joining us on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Collingwood and St Kilda live and exclusive right here on Fox Footy.
The pressure's going to be on like never before.
All on the line.
It's chaos out here.
It might be the most dramatic surf event we've seen unfold.
Gareth, I think I might be having those growing pains you mentioned.
Hi. Wow, business is good.
It's almost too good. I think we are ready.
Well, you have had your eye on that high street space for a while.
When it comes to growing a business,
Want me to get moving?
you need an expert in more than just money. NAB, more than money.
Does your business need a website? Social media marketing? Or a new F+ machine?
Telstra now offers the digital solutions your business needs. We're keeping IT human.
Alright. Thank you for the people tuning in. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to put them in the chat. If you got any predictions, make sure to put them in too. And yeah, we are literally just over 7 minutes to go till the start of the game, and yeah, we'll just yeah, obviously once the game gets started, I'll be obviously a lot more talkative, but yeah, when that all happens, yeah, as I said, still got another 7 minutes to go, so just trying to catch up on a few minor things. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, yeah, feel free to put them in, would be greatly appreciated.
The digital solutions your business needs. We're keeping IT human.
Welcome to Phuket International Airport. I'll get you some help, okay? It gets hard.
And also as well, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe if you haven't, because obviously we'll be doing this on yeah, we'll be doing this on the regular as well, so just make sure to subscribe so you keep up to date. I will be doing a lot more videos in terms of opinionated videos, and like, you know, when news breaks, I'll be making videos on anything Collingwood related. So yeah, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned so you can keep up to date with all that stuff as well. But no, if you guys want to have any predictions in the chat, what's your tips? How much are we going to win by? Who's going to be best on ground? And any big calls? Anyone going to kick a bag today? Or is Frampton going to keep someone goalless? Let me know in the comments.
And that's probably what showed out in the ground. You know, we had each other's back. Your teammates, you've played footy with them for years and years and years. It's just a mateship and a respect, you know, as a footballer, as a person, that's built over time, and you never want to let that go. He took a stand that day, and as we can see now, 25, 30 years on, you know...
Hey mate, how's things? Have you got any predictions for today's game?
What an icon of our game, and it is our great pleasure to have him joining us on Fox Footy. Nicky, how special was that seeing both Collingwood and St Kilda go through the banner together?
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, not doing too bad. Just trying to recover as I played footy earlier today. Didn't get the win, but wet conditions for someone like myself that basically played a bit of key forward. I played a little bit of ruck, but only really for half quarter, if that. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, but yeah, kicked a couple, and yeah, hopefully the boys can get the win today. But yeah, we've got another just over 4 minutes to go, guys. So once the game gets going, we'll definitely get stuck into obviously a bit of fun. And yeah, you guys will get to see my reactions for the game, and yeah, we'll just hopefully it's an entertaining video and stream for you guys. Oh, the other thing too, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, make sure to subscribe for future content, and don't forget to like the stream if you obviously enjoyed the content.
Myself, I will always have your back, and I'll always support you. We'll always stand up, and the team at Fox Footy, we'll always have your back, and we'll always keep fighting, and we love you, man.
To everybody back home in Melbourne, big hello. Sad that it's not there, but I'm enjoying it here. It's good. The gather around in Adelaide. To all the fans, thank you. And to Fox Footy, thank you very much too.
Nicky, how proud are you of this young man in taking up the fight, and also Jamara the other night, and what that meant?
I was so happy with Eddie's, you know, his highlights, his footy career, what he's done in his life, his family. Jamara, I walked away from footy after the incident against Collingwood for 3 or 4 weeks. I didn't go back. Jamara stayed and kicked 5 goals, which I was very proud of him. I spoke to his mum, Alice. Big hello to Alice and Warrnambool, to the family of the Eagles and Hagans. I'm so proud that those boys are coming out. But they're still there. It's their livelihood. It's their life. This is their chance to change for their families and for themselves. Just give them a go, give them a chance. Let them go.
And even speaking about that stance, so I hope in 30 years' time, Jamara looks back on it and he sees the positive that from that stance and the change that they're progressing. And that started from you making that stance.
I like to say, like the Fox, I like to see everybody do this.
Also, so let me know if you guys can also hear the audio from the from the other content as well too, just so that I know that it's also coming through. But yeah, obviously they're talking. Yeah, it's basically Eddie and Nicky Winmar talking about the significance and obviously what happened. Apparently it was 30 years ago, so obviously it was past my time. But yeah, obviously a moment like that, it's pretty special. The fact that, you know, well, it was unfortunate it had to happen because it shouldn't be a thing, but the fact that, you know, he was able to stand up for himself, I mean, that obviously, yeah, earns a lot of respect in my book, that's for sure.
Amazing just the discussion there between Eddie and Nicky Winmar, and what is a very powerful moment and continues to be. Dwayne, great to be witness to it from up here as we look down over the Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, these are magnificent scenes. I hope these pictures paint thousands and thousands of words that you're watching now. Wherever you're watching this great game of ours, we want to have turned a corner. And hopefully we will turn it.
Alright, St Kilda won the toss and they are kicking to
We'll kick to the left of screen. Just the unified approach.
Yeah, don't know what side's the left side of the screen is, but I was about to say scoreboard side, but I'm pretty sure there's a scoreboard from both ends. So that's probably not going to help. But yeah, the left side. There you go.
And now, as he was talking about 97, we talk about the immediate future, which is his Saints taking on the Pies here. The last round, the last game of Gather Round, which, as we've heard, if you just joined us, is going to be
Alright, here we go.
the next 3 years. And these are the unbeaten Saints. This is one of the huge stories of the year so far. And we saw Essendon pass their test with flying colours yesterday against Melbourne. Can the Saints under Ross Lyon, who came so close against Collingwood back in 2010.
Thank you for what you've done.
Just making sure we're live with everything, not delayed by any point. So yeah, hopefully Alright, we'll refresh this.
Collingwood started with 3 wins. They're playing an aggressive game style, which puts the writing on the wall for everybody else. If you want to win games of footy, you've got to kick a score and play aggressive attacking football.
Okay, scores aren't up yet.
It's been a high-scoring round this round. So
Just gonna refresh the page till obviously that comes up, which shouldn't take long.
if you want to win in September, let alone get there.
Repeating no Jordan De Goey for Collingwood. He is ill. Will Hoskin-Elliott, who also has been crook during the week, did make the trip to Adelaide and is playing. Will start on the bench along with Jack Ginnivan.
Oh yeah, so with Hoskin-Elliott, is he sub or is he on the field? Can anyone confirm that for me at all? I believe he's on the field, but... Oh yeah, no, that's right, yeah, because Wilson's sub, isn't he? That's right. Here we go, alright, great start so far, we've got the ball. Alright, so... No, Maynard's got it on the wing now. He drives it forward. Hill tries to get it. Sider kicks it forward, but no, it lands into the opposition. Alright, here we go.
He's having an outstanding season, as is Caminiti, who crashed that pack. Filippo gets the hand. It floats into the pocket, still alive for the Saints. Higgins was asking for the handball. He was there for it, but it didn't come to him, and he's okay with it.
Alright, we should...
Ross Lyon was talking about it, that Billy Frampton has taken the ruck for Collingwood.
Flung in the air, Frampton does get that knock to Josh Dacos. Little fumbly in the square, and they...
Alright, we should be bad. No, not yet.
About 15 over it, and holding the ball is a free kick.
Alright, there we go. Alright, we're back. Alright.
Really enjoying that free kick.
Can we fit any more in the goal square?
Okay, and then... Alright, so we are all set up, ready to go. No, we can't show the game, because otherwise, yeah, there'd be... Yeah, Foxtel wouldn't be too happy with that, and also Fox Sports would probably come after me. To be honest, even the fact that I'm even doing the audio, I'm not even sure if I can even do that, so... but at least we've got a bit of audio, so at least we know a little bit of, like, what's happening at what point, so hopefully, with a bit of luck, that, we can do it in the format that we're currently doing at the moment.
Just caught in under him. The umpire was right there to see it. That's one of those ones that could go certainly either way, but Brad Crouch, that's a good start to his game.
He's had a great start to
Alright, here we go. So Brad Crouch just kicked the first goal for St Kilda.
which is career best. It's early days. His previous best was when he was here playing for Adelaide in 2019. It was a best.
Here we go. Adams gets the kick out to what looks like Dacos. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell's about to kick a goal. Yes! Get around him. Alright, so we got the first goal on the board. Mitchell's kicked our first goal. Let's go.
This is where the Collingwood's improvement has been so far this year. So last year, Hutto 7/8 in clearances and didn't necessarily score that well from stoppages, but here's the spread, good ball use, fast handball, and that's a sublime finish from Mitchell from outside 50. Not known for that type, but he's right there on Crouch. So
Yeah, that is a pretty good goal from Titch. We really needed that from him. That's also outside 50 as well.
It's really allowed this year, with Mitchell being in the side now, Crisp and De Goey, even though De Goey's not there today, to be able to be those first and second receivers and get on the spread instead of being stuck inside because Tom Mitchell is there. Great finish.
There you go. So we're 2-0 when it comes to center clearances. All right, here we go. Mitchell with another clearance. All right, needs to keep it straight to St Kilda though. It's sent half back. I think when it comes to positions, I'll probably just go by just off the Collingwood position. So just so that it's probably easier to know where the ball is. But yeah, it goes up to the wing, and Moore takes a pretty decent mark as he goes back into the corridor. Finds Adams, gets Adams, and he then tries to pass it to Bobby, but then to no avail. Might have a shot here, actually. Oh, yes, Adams is going to have a shot on goal here.
Almost in the side. The umpire was right there. It's a desperate attempt. He had to try and do something there because he's going to run into an open goal.
It's a real skill, isn't it, to be able to do the diving tackle, the desperate lunge.
Actually, let's get this up, because this is going to be interesting.
Just that right hand.
Just touch the number.
Yeah.
Collingwood still collecting from that Heath Short trade, originally a pick 13 back in 2001 with the Giants. The crowd giving silence. Big crowd here again at the Adelaide Oval for this final game.
Come on, Tay. Oh, no.
As he launches that and launches it way wide, so nothing to cheer there for Collingwood fans.
Yeah, he started well though.
Alright, there you go. So that's our first miss for the game. Scores us 1-1-7 to 1-6, so we're up by a point. Oh, are we going to get it back? Good tackle. Alright, here we go. Come on, we've got to defend. Jeez, they're running way too easily through the corridor here. Oh, good pressure, Quainer. Who was that? Murphy. That was a great effort from Murphy. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Pendles with the tackle. Bobby with the tackle in defense. Well done, Bobby. Now we should... I don't know if we're out, but we should be alright here. Oh, that's not the greatest of kicks.
Because they had time to get that wall back because of Elliott hitting the pause button. Marshall hands it off. Little chip kick wide from Ross is good. Burns into space. Delayed the kick. He was
Oh, yes, Frampton.
forced him to turn it over to Frampton, and Collingwood can return the favour here and play on quickly with Nick Dacos.
Frampton has been so good this year. It's been ridiculous. Because I know that there's been... Oh, here we go. What's the link so I can watch it live? No, so this is like, so I'm obviously live streaming basically me watching the game pretty much. Obviously you're not going to find live streams like watching the AFL game itself. It's a, form of video to, basically for content creators to watch the game. Yeah, there is actually. There's a few of them. Bobby's got one. I think Elliott had one as well. Ginny's got one. There you go, right there.
Good pressure from Mitchell and Pendlebury. Stocker, who has been a handy acquisition. It's tight stuff, isn't it? Relentless pressure from Pendlebury.
Oh, geez, yeah, that's definitely a free kick to Pendlebury right there. What? How is that not a free kick to Pendlebury? He basically got tackled without even having the ball. Alright, come on, here we go, Sidey. Get it in there. Alright, forward 50 entry, what's going to happen? Looks like Saints have got it. We're putting on some good pressure here, we might be a chance. Nah, ball up. Yeah, let's hope so, Bella. Let's hope so. So far, we're doing alright. Up by a point. Pressure's good. Energy and effort is good, so... Just gotta Do it for 4 quarters. Oh, here we go, Elliot. Oh, Bobby! Yes, let's go, Bobby! Let's go!
That was fantastic, Hutto, and that's the strength of the Collingwood Football Club. So, number one score.
Alright, so that's, yeah, that's obviously a goal for us. That's 2-1, 13, to 1 straight 6. So we're up by 7 points now. Yeah, that's also something we've definitely, like, lacked, I think, especially like last year. A lot of forwards that sort of, you know, create goals and the kick goals from that. I mean, we do have Elliot and Ginny, who also did a pretty good job last year, but to add Bobby Hill, it just gives him more depth and more options going forward. Like this, like God, how good was the recruiting team last year? Like, so good.
Ash Johnson into the ruck now for Collingwood against Marshall. So Frampton's been doing it so far today. Johnson climbs. Marshall palms it.
Well, here we go, Penderbury with the centre clearance. Oh, Dacos, here we go.
Clean handoff, although Chris went one-handed.
Oh, come on.
Wood was there, slung out of it.
Oh.
Marshall overzealous, but got away with it. We'll get a ball up just outside, attacking 50 for the Pies.
9 minutes before Nick Dacos had a disposal. That'd probably be the slowest start to a game ever, wouldn't it?
He's second favourite for the Brownlow now.
Still by himself. He's arguably had the best first 30 games of all time. Here he is scrambling.
Come on, here we go.
50. Getting back Stocker, Howard, Sinclair. Flicks it out wide to Burns. So they've got the
It seems like Saints are mopping up pretty well here.
and he decides to hold it up for a couple of seconds, see what's on offer.
Really at home in defence.
Alright, they kick it long.
Targets half forward. It was a pretty aggressive line he took forward. Saints do tend to play the
Oh, pressure, Sidey. Come on. What can you... Surely that's holding the ball. No. Ball up. Alright, there you go.
Forced the ball up on the wing. Ross was fielding it from side bottom. Through Josh Dacos' hands. Ross probably had a little bit more room than he realised. Filippo, instant handball. Crouch again. Moore and Quainer. They don't really realise that it was touched. They do now.
Yeah, just watching this Nick Dacos scenario. So he's the one that's been...
Alright, it's just down our defense at the moment, so we're going to have the ball up pretty much on the 50 line.
Not an ideal scenario.
Owens to his mate Windhager.
Oh, come on. Pressure! Oh, Ginny nearly got him. Oh, jeez. Actually, to be honest, I'd rather take the behind than have it to roll out of bounds, because at least we've got the ball now.
Nice work last week. Doing those ruck rolls from time to time, Dwayne was able to get a goal.
Alright, Dacos going to kick long, you'd imagine. Yep. Come on, who's out of mark? Oh, that's a push out. Oh, Bo! Let's go, Bo. Ah. Come on, Quainer. Oh, was that punched out of his hands there? Good Markov, Dacos. Now Mitchell. Or was that Maynard?
The combat was in the air against Johnson. Sinclair takes territory. Filippo dumped it across to Crouch. Didn't have time to get set, so just a kick with
Come on, Murph. Yes, Murph. How good has Murph been? Such an unsung hero.
You could argue Murphy's a better mark back with the flight. Amazing, the commitment every time. Wood, handball smothered by Ginnivan.
Good, Ginny. Good. Easing himself into it. I like it. I like it.
The action. Couple of weeks of suspension and then a couple of weeks in the VFL.
Looks a bit different without the blonde hair, Jack Dinley.
You think he's going to just go under the radar? Maybe not. It's not his style. Hunter Clark around his body towards Gresham. He tried to trap it with his toe, which was strange. Isaac Quainer went down.
Alright, come on, here we go.
Better IQ there. Attacked it.
Good. Oh. Okay, it's in our defense now. More. Come on, Mark. Oh, Markov. Markov was actually pretty good there. Yes, let's go. Come on, Maynard. Hit a target. Oh. I don't think that was intentional, but it's going to work out. Jeez. Come on, Ginny, kick it. Kick it, Ginny. Oh, man.
My check at the top of the square there. I wonder if he could actually come back at the ball. He was asking, get him into.
Oh, here we go. Pressure, pressure.
He was just the man to right the ship, though. To Wanganeen.
Ooh.
And then the kick from Wilkie Trapp.
Yes, Murph.
To the wing, but not beyond Murphy.
Certainly play aggressively, the Collingwood defenders. They're a long way up. There's opportunity for St Kilda forwards out the back. Well, they're playing high though, Bernie, aren't they, at the moment? All the Saints players. I mean, it's the style of play that.
Okay, come on, Dacos. Find the target. Yep, good work.
It plays into the Collingwood defenders' hands.
Nick Dacos now up to 7 disposals. Made his debut against the Saints in round 1 last year. Just had the 27 in his first game. Adams tees it up to the square. Wilkie.
Come on. Oh, pressure.
Controlled well. Battle receiving from Wanganeen, Malera. And now they find Owens.
He looks up and there's nothing. They've got Quainer and
Come on, Ginny, get him.
Had multiple decisions to make, and he worked his way through them pretty well. Now it's over to Crouch.
So back to battle. He's got Sinclair out wide on the boundary. He goes to Wilkie, who's back in his old home state. North Adelaide Premiership player who really had to fight hard to finally get on an AFL list, and now he might be all Australian bound. Hill to Wanganeen Malera.
Oh, I'm actually surprised AJ's around that area, because normally, like, is AJ playing a bit of defense? Interesting. I actually like that, because he's got the skills and attributes to play probably like what, halfback. Decent kick, good mark.
It was all a bit scratchy for the Saints, wasn't it? But they were able to at least get it forward.
It's happened a bit though, hasn't it? Hutto, they've had entries. They just haven't been able to score.
Well, this looks like it's Patton.
The strength of St Kilda. Back with a re-entry and a score.
Oh, Ginny's that.
Not so smart. Ginnivan was terrific. Diligent in his defensive work. Patton gets a
Come
second
on.
chance and wasn't able to really make a good enough fist of it. Crisp had the sharp hands working through Adams.
Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Frampton now at centre half forward. Hill pumps.
Oh, who we got? AJ.
Johnson, he didn't need his natural leap. He just needs a kind bounce. And then he was still there.
Come on. Oh, jeez, he nearly made something out of that. Yeah, Sidey.
With a couple of his mates around, had the best vantage point, and he is within range.
Yeah, the Pies are on early, so they've come to play defensively. They've been fantastic, and that's a really good example of the Pies at their best. When they won their first 3 games this year, they apply really good defensive pressure. And then when they go, they like to go through quick hands through the middle of the ground. They gain territory and get it inside 50.
Oh yeah, getting the AFL subs up probably would actually probably help too. Come on, Sidey. Oh no.
He is usually a beautiful kick of the footy. That was not an example of that. So Collingwood lead by 7. Midpoint of this opening term. It's tight. You can feel a bit of tension around the Adelaide Oval.
Burns. Down the line towards
For those wondering, Adams is leading the disposal count with 8 touches at the moment.
went and gathered. Adams meeting that sandwich, flicked it over his head, and now the Saints are out. Although Cordy, who got it from
Oh, come on. Alright, we should be back.
Really good so far.
Pendlebury tells the word he's going long and then goes short to no.
Oh, and also Markov's on 100% efficiency, which is good because he was on, I think, 55 last week. So obviously he's not going to keep 100%, but it's just good to know. Come on, Bobby.
Bobby Hill flicks it over his head to Adams. Central kick, unselfish kick, but it doesn't quite work for them, unfortunately. And the Saints had about 8 guys back in that defensive area to make sure it was cut off. It was a central kick, and Will to relieve the pressure out wide.
Good pressure.
He'd taken a knock just before then. Sure they'll have to test Patton or not, but the Saints are going to work through this with their hands.
Doing alright here. Oh, good, Quainer.
Just gets a little more difficult to negotiate and comes aground on the wing.
Yeah, Quainer's definitely lifted his game this week. He's been pretty good, actually.
So well up, set up behind the ball, but at this point in time, Collingwood's pressure, which we know is a strength, fourth in the competition so far this year, they're right on top.
Tight decision for the boundary.
Can we win this game? 1000% we can win this game. In fact, not only can we win it, we are currently winning it as we speak. So yeah, we definitely can win it for sure. Well, there you go, Elliot.
And he finds Elliott within range, who has a 6-goal game here from a couple of years ago.
And that's the other thing, when you've got so many numbers set up well behind the play, it actually helps your offense because you win the ball back and you can spread it quickly to uncontested marks and free-flowing movement, just like on that occasion.
Come on, Billy.
Yeah, defenders got hurt last week, Collingwood's defenders. They play aggressively, but when the pressure wasn't up the field, they got hurt out the back.
It's been unusual in front of goal this year for Jamie Elliott. We know he's a sharpshooter normally.
Oh, that looks good. That looks... Oh, no. Oh, it's in play.
Wilkie into the pocket for Burns.
Oh, Bo.
I guess by the rules he was forced to try and keep it in, which didn't necessarily help the Saints' position. And so a ball up's probably not a bad result considering.
The Pies pressure 218 in this first quarter. So they keep going at that.
Also, as well, guys, if you haven't already and you're liking the content, make sure to like the videos, the stream as well. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe as well. But no, Pies are playing very well here. Seem to be very... Yeah, I mean, outside... I mean, that forward entry wasn't great, but I mean, outside of that, we've been pretty switched on, which is good to see. Obviously, we're very ready for a response. Oh, come on. Like, obviously the boys want to respond after last... God, it's been about a week and a half, I reckon, since we last played, but obviously I say from our last game, obviously we want to have a big response.
On his buttock. Let's hope he's okay. Been a superb form. In a live wire.
Is he going to be able to keep the distance with that now? He probably will.
And he's been accurate. 10 goals, 2 this season for Jack Higgins. See what this breeze is doing. It held the last Collingwood kick out. He launches that.
Jeez, that's a fair effort.
That's inaccurate across the face. He had the distance with ease.
42nd game with the Saints today after 43 with Richmond. Jack Higgins, how many can he bag today? So Nick Dacos. Crowd getting a little rowdy, enthusiastic.
Alright, here we go. Quayne's got it in the back pocket.
Scoring opening term after a really fast start.
Oh, here we go.
Malira and Marshall. Extra body for the Saints was helpful. Crouch.
Oh.
If he doesn't get an insufficient intent, which he shouldn't, it'll be a throw in.
That inside 50 is atypical of what we're seeing.
I mean, to be fair, we're actually pretty lucky it actually went out of bounds, because if that stayed in, that would have gone to the player, and that would have been a pretty dangerous situation for us, to be fair.
Shadows working their way across the Adelaide Oval late in this opening term.
Oh, come on. Let's go.
To receive from Adams. Back to Myercheck. Close checking by Stocker. And it's back over the boundary line again.
The crowd has come up spectacularly well again today.
Alright, just to go through the stats. So we've got Taylor Adams on 11 disposals at 54%. Nick Dacos at 10 disposals at 60%. Mitchell, 7 disposals with a goal at 71%. And Sidey with 6 disposals at 50%. Everyone else has 5 or less disposals. There we go, St Kilda have the ball going in forward 50. And more. God, what a great intercept mark. That probably wasn't the best of kicks.
Might get another opportunity. It is with Higgins. This time he had good sight on what was ahead, and it's Cordy that takes the mark. Just been a handy fill-in player for them this year.
Alright, looks like Cordy's going to kick it inside, yeah, defensive 50.
It's that longer target. Not that they like to bomb it long much into their forward line. Usually pretty precise.
And he tries to soften the kick. It wasn't far,
Oh.
but just a metre or two further.
Well done, Noble. Well done.
on the last line.
This is where you've got to be careful with Collingwood. They can take the ball from end to end very quickly.
So Noble heads in the check direction. Got there from 4 deep, crashed it to the deck. Contact below the knee, so Josh Dacos is...
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, they've almost preferred Cordy to Membry today. Membry was on the emergencies list, could have played. So it'll be interesting to hear what the explanation of that is. Josh Dacos down the line, over McCreary's head, and he split the middle. He had
What happened there?
And Hunter Clark came up with it.
He just checkers.
So he's got to be brought within range here.
So that was for McCreary on the mark, wasn't it? I think he asked him to stand. The umpire asked him twice, and he didn't do so. So it was a quick 550.
So Bo was one that costed that 50. Okay.
We're told joining North Melbourne over summer. Yeah, pick 7 from 2011. Just 8 games last year, but every game this year. And he's putting together a pretty good season. In his struts. Can start to put together a pretty good game if he slots this. And he does. Scores a level.
Well, I think St Kilda will be happy for the score.
Mm.
Yeah, the way Collingwood have played, certainly from a pressure standpoint in this first quarter. They've done well to hang on here, St Kilda. They've had them running the last probably 3 or 4 minutes.
Alright, probably need to update the scores actually.
They've got to fix up these undisciplined free kicks or 50-metre penalties. So it's 2 in the last 5 minutes against Collingwood players. There was a mistake there. Good finish there.
Alright, so now it's an even ball game.
Look at the stats, Brownie, in terms of ground ball gets and contested possession. You know, so the Saints are actually on top of that area. So a really even contest after like Collingwood to have the better of that middle.
We have had a few guys, so even with like Murphy, he's 5 disposals at 100%. Frampton 4 disposals at 100%. Brad Hill, no, so not Brad Hill. Bobby Hill, 4 disposals at 100%.
Scrap it forward again. The instant hands. Oh, he's going Collingwood's way. Throw.
Well, that'd be 50 downfield, isn't it?
Maybe the ball was in motion, so it's just downfield rather than 50.
Apparently it's a holding free kick in the middle.
Took me yourself there. Very modest of you.
The great Matthew Pavlich, of course.
They won't let him back into Perth.
Noble.
Pumping up South Australia.
Mycheck hasn't had a possession yet, and he's outpointed by Battle again.
There is a thing called dual citizenship, gentlemen.
Not if you're in Parliament. Anyway, Battle. Back to the wing. Oh, Caminiti has to go up the ground to get a clear run at it. Dueling it out with Moore so far today. That's going to be a real test for the young man.
Alright, St Kilda drive it forward.
Moore has stayed back in defence. That's a free kick again. It is going to Moore. He was just...
Oh, there you go. We get a free kick there.
Kick to half forward when you've got Darcy Moore on effectively some half forwards. It's just not the right execution. You can see the intent trying to move the ball quickly, but need to kick it away from this guy.
So Darcy Moore gets the 1 minute sign, goes long. Mycheck crashed it down. Elliott flicked it.
Oh. Oh, here we go. Chris has actually done pretty well there. Ginny.
Big moment here. Great smother. Wilkie, heart and soul over the top of that. Owens tried to thread the handball through.
One thing I will say is that Ginny's done extremely well. He doesn't really look that off pace, to be honest.
Ball knocked down. Ginnivan, did he play for that? Sinclair relieves the pressure to Wood. Flicks it wide. He finds Higgins on the run.
Mason Wood's had an impressive year. He's very good in the air, Mason Wood, but he gets back defensively hard and he's good at ground level.
It's amazing in his 10th year. I mean, I think we saw his talent, didn't we, at North when he was young? And
we did.
It's taken all this time to get it together consistently. It's terrific. So, we don't know much more after a quarter of footy. Collingwood seem to have the upper hand for a bit of it, but on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters.
Alright, here we go. So that's quarter time for us. So 2-2 to 2-2, 14 each. Yeah, it's actually been a pretty good game so far, which has been nice. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments as well too. What's the overall thoughts like? How are we all going? But yeah, Adams 11 disposals that quarter, crazy. Dacos 10, but we're sort of used to that.
it.
Call Sarah. Sarah? Hiya! That'll be your home loan approval.
That's fast.
We're not gonna let this one get away.
With a fast NAB home loan approval.
Alright, so what's our thoughts, guys? Put them in the comments if you have any thoughts or anything like that. Otherwise, we'll yeah, because I mean, quarter time normally isn't that long, so. But no, I think we've definitely done pretty well. I mean, we've still got a handful of guys that have got 100% efficiency, which is pretty good actually. I thought Quainer had a pretty good quarter. I mean, I know it says he's had the 2 disposals and I believe, what's that, 2 tackles and a mark as well. But I mean, even with him, like, I felt like he was even pretty solid. Like, you know, his efforts were pretty good. Like, he definitely stood out. Especially considering the people were sort of like wanting him to be dropped. Yeah, Mitchell with that goal was super important. First goal in the game too, I believe. And then obviously Hill with the second. But yeah, Markov even with the 4 disposals at 100%. He went at, I believe he went at 55 last week, so not saying he's going to stay at 100%, but if he can keep around, you know, anything, I feel like anything above, what, 70 efficiency is normally average, but yeah. Yeah, so I think you'd be fine with you'd be fine with 70%, but you'd want 80, so. Hopefully he can maintain that throughout the game.
With the Barista Touch Impress from Breville with 160 gift card and bonus coffee pack. Now at Harvey Norman.
This program brought to you by McDelivery, now on the My Macca's app. Value means more at Macca's. Telstra, there's no such thing as too much security. NAB, more than money. Toyota, good for footy.
Oh, and then also Chenevin too, I noticed. For a guy that's having his first game back, he was actually he was pretty clean, all things considered too, so. Yeah.
After 1 quarter of football, in fact, most of the key stats are level as well. We've had close eyes on Pies recruit Dan McStay, who's being treated for a finger injury. He has been in the hands of the trainers for the entirety of quarter time. And
Also as well, guys, what's your thoughts of Tom Wilson being the sub? You reckon is that a good call by the club? Because he's been absolutely killing it in the VFL. Like, I know he didn't kick many against Brisbane, but that was because he was held over. But yeah, first 2 rounds, I believe he kicked 9. So he had 5 round 1, and then he had 4 in round 2, I think. And then ever since then, I don't think he's played full games after that. So, unless was Brisbane round 3. I'm not entirely sure actually. Yeah, I reckon it was a good choice. Oh, with Wilson being sub. Yeah, well, the thing is with Wilson, and I don't know, obviously, how far back, like, the knowledge is within, obviously, obviously the supporters that are watching, but, I mean, Wilson's been a defender as well, so, and then with how clean he can be, with, you know, disposal and by foot, you know, and he can even, like, you know, his endurance levels are pretty good, so he could even go on a wing even. Like, you know, when you're 194 centimeters, there you go, something's happening with McStay, don't know what that is, but something with his hand. Oh, here we go, Sar the second, Frampton in the ruck, so obviously, yeah, they're using him. But yeah, no, someone that's very, very versatile, can play all three roles, forward, mid, and back. Whoa, gee, Saints nearly got a goal there. And yeah, because he's that 194 centimeters, if a key position goes down, he's not the worst option to play that role either. So I feel like he's a jack of all trades. So I know probably Wilson probably wouldn't like me saying this, but like he's kind of, you know, the ideal version of a sub. You know, a guy that basically does everything. Because he's been a forward for the last 2 years, but he was a backman before that, and the club had been like flipping him from forward and back. But I mean, even like on a wing, I feel like he'd actually be half decent. So again, very versatile, which is what we probably want in subs, I'd imagine. Good Murph, good punch. Markov out. Oh, Dacos, good. Good Josh. Alright, now Bo's got a half back.
Change the angles and find the free man inside 50.
McCreary goes for distance. Clark got the crumb front and square. Almost turned it over. Stolen back. Ross.
Oh, come on.
Got it back. Lost it again. Battle. And now the flick on from Hunter Clark. So chaos in the middle. Crouch collects it. Feeds it wide. Hoping for Higgins.
Come on, Moore. Good Moore. That's a great punch. Yeah, because I don't know with Wilson, I don't know if he kicked more than, or if he kicked any goals after the first 2 rounds, but I believe he did, but it wasn't like much. I think he had like maybe a 2-goal game against whoever we had in round 3, I think. Yeah, it was something. It was definitely something to that effect. So,
covering the territory, and there's a bit of a disconsolate Daniel McStay.
Yeah.
Confirmation of the sub that has been made. Tom Wilson in for his 8th game of AFL footy. Clark just had the meter.
Come on, Pendles. Good mark. Yeah, Maynard's got it around half back now.
So they're not really giving Collingwood the corridor at the moment, forcing Maynard to go wide. And wide to a pack. My check's down there. Couldn't get the big run at it. Battle.
Come on, pressure.
Over his head. Marshall found Hunter Clark somehow.
Yes, good. Alright, here we go. We can probably switch it here. Yeah, looks like we're doing the switch. Good. Come on, Sidey. Oh, come on. Markov, come on, hit a target, mate, please. Oh. I mean, in fairness, he did hit a target. Just wasn't Collingwood colours.
For a couple of seasons now for the Saints, and he saves the day again. Ball on the outer side to Hill.
Yeah, 12 intercepts last week, averaging 9 per game. Kel Wilkie.
Done a good job standing here as captain as well. Jack Steele's the absence.
Alright.
Yeah, still out for another couple of weeks. Battle. His 11th disposal, so he's getting plenty of it. Now Wood, the last moment realised McCreary, who has great closing speed, was nearby.
So it's been slow and they've had to switch and move the ball, but at least there's even numbers inside forward 50.
Caminiti is the deepest.
Oh, come on, let's get a mark here. Oh, Titch. Crisp. Markov. Yes, let's go, we're out. Well, not out, but yeah, we've got a good run here. Oh, what's happening with Elliott?
And a hold up. Is it concussion or blood? So it's neither, which is good news.
Alright, he's just a bit sore, I guess. Yeah, that's a good result then, I guess. Oh, okay, Wilson's on the field. Who's off? Okay, McStay's injured. Okay, so I guess that's official then. So obviously Mick stays off.
Pretty good job, the taller defenders. You mentioned Wilkie before, as well as Dougal Howard.
And Hill in some space on the outer side.
Sinclair.
Yeah, both teams defending so well. I mean, you can see how slow and methodical they've had to be.
And without those key forwards, it's harder to take a mark inside 50. Powerful display by Moore. Chris beat the initial tackle, flings it to Mitchell.
Oh, come on, Frampton.
Pretty good agility for a big guy. Couldn't connect cleanly with
Come on, Crisp. Ah.
He's worked over it. Crouch forward. Marshall posting up and turning quickly and driving it to Higgins, who got out the back. And that might be the method. The lunging Higgins.
Yeah, I mean, good turn.
I don't know if you guys saw that. If you guys are watching the Fox footage as well, but when Crisp had that ball in that play there, Brad Hill definitely pushed him in the back. So make that of what you will, I guess. But no, but I feel like it's actually been a pretty good game, to be fair. Like, Saints have actually put on some have put on some pressure, but there you go, he's got it. I don't know, I just feel like we should be a lot more, like, at least with yeah, I feel like we should be, well, at least in front, but I feel like we should be up by a couple goals.
They get an extra 2 numbers there. Well done to Marshall, who identified it had been a quick turnover, so he would have just known instinctively he had spare teammates over the back path.
Yeah, Dusty Moore, I think we'll look back on that one and think he could have made a quicker decision because he looked back and saw Higgins there. We know they like to play assertive and definitely in front, but had a quick look and thought, no, I've got him covered, and the kick was just a bit too good for him.
Gets a rest.
He's had a good year so far, especially the last couple of weeks. There's the intercepts. It's a real strength for St.
Come on, here we go, Frampton in the ruck. I think he got the top there, actually.
He's got a 43 possession game to his name on this oval. Little 1-2, Filippo.
Oh, yeah, that's actually true. So Frampton's probably going to ruck the majority of the game now. Because with McStay out, oh, I guess AJ will help him out, but yeah. And another key position too. Like, we've been so unlucky with key position players. That's another one.
Frampton, Cordy. Frampton to the front. Knocks it down to Butler, who immediately tackled by Pendlebury. Big pack around it. Tight contest between 2 top of the table teams.
Oh, geez, lucky that wasn't caught on the ball there.
Calls a ball. It's in there somewhere. Crouch, wing tackle.
Go on, Hoskin.
On Hoskin, Elliott. The umpire says
Ooh.
it's okay. He tried. Did he try? He tried. Okay.
Again, huge numbers around this ball up.
Come on, Sidey. Oh, good handball. Good, Ginny.
Marshall trying to keep his hands up above the water. Quick hands out of there from Myercheck.
Yes. How can he find the target every damn time?
They keep on coming. Markov inside the 50. Ginnivan thought about it.
Oh, no, Ginny. No, Ginny. That's just game day experience. That he'll obviously he'll get better over in the next few weeks with that stuff. Yeah, Dacos has got, I think, if it's not counting, if the stats haven't counted that last one, he's on 12. So, what, 12 disposals and, yeah, about, what, 40% of the second quarter has been played.
Through the hands, still live though, little bouncing ball, no, Gresham caught it just before it did bounce and they're away. Crouch looks up.
Yeah, there you go, it's been updated.
Burns had Filippo behind him, who got back to spoil that last launch forward and then got the ball.
Yeah, it's good more.
And turned it straight over to Moore. And Collingwood on the rebound here.
Oh, we actually look decent here now.
Yeah, great linkage again through the
Oh wow, what is that?
So running in unison very well, the Pies. So it's a real strength in them. They're probably the best team in the comp running the ball from one end of the ground to the other. They just
Don't even know what the hell that was.
Great running patterns there. They just got to finish that last kick going inside 50.
High alert here.
That he tried to take it on the right boot. Frampton versus Marshall. Josh Dacos. Elliott weren't quite in sync there.
We saw 2 goals from stoppage for Collingwood in the first quarter. Brownie.
Yeah, it's
high alert if you're a St Kilda man inside this forward 50.
Elliott on the move. Frampton tried to do it himself. Sinclair gives his teammates time to at least make a contest. Well, there was no contest. Owens.
Been an outstanding form. Now Rising Star nominee last round out to Stocker. And he holds it up. He had a couple of options wide. He decided to cross, battle. Howard.
Alright, Saints still having defense. We're holding up pretty well, actually.
Sinclair.
You're not getting it out of their defense that easily.
Marshall. This is the kick. It's dangerous.
Come on. Oh, straight to Ginny.
Who's got options aplenty. Who does he want? Elliott. Had to go and compete.
Felt like you could have had an easier option there.
Looks up, tackle. He fended a little. The umpire let him.
Oh, what's he doing there?
Ball out of play. Stocker wrapped him up. Nice tackle, but he's hurt him.
Jamie, he's had a tough last 10 minutes. He got winded a few moments ago, and now hopefully he hasn't hurt his shoulder.
His head maybe.
Maybe his head too.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Seen a few of these this round, haven't we? Unfortunately.
Yeah, that was a little different, wasn't it? to The others, but he's coming straight off for some care.
It wasn't a great kick by Rowan Marshall. I'm not sure Ross would be that happy with that.
Neither team are going well efficiently by foot, are they? No. Collingwood 61%. We know that's not a huge strength of theirs, but
Yeah, defence prevailing so far at the Adelaide Oval. Filippo is.
Geez, that's actually decent from Filippo.
Dwayne said it got back to defend before, and then was taking the kick up into the 50. Great win from Cordy. Back to Wood.
Oh. Good, Markov. Come on, Noble, hit the target. Yes. Oh, come on. Oh, wow. Where was the awareness? Come on.
Just losing their composure here under the pressure.
Noble spears that to Johnson. Better kick to half forward. Elliott's in a better
Yeah,
position
good, good.
as well. He took
Yeah, we need to calm it down. Like, we're way too eager.
It's good by Johnson, a younger player.
and he takes off. Caught them napping and kicks it.
Ah, come on.
a little bit of composure from the Pies on 2 occasions there. Lowered your eyes, just found the loose man rather than blazing away. Both teams guilty of that. Yes, there's a lot of pressure out there as we have a look at.
Like, I can imagine, like, Ginnivan doing something like that, but Josh Dacos, like, you've played every game this year, like, I get that, like, you probably weren't going to make the distance, but, like, oh. But that should just come down to experience. Come on, Dacos. Good. Oh. It's a solid mark, that.
And the Saints, as they have all year, defending extremely well. Width on the kick this time. Battle again. That's
they're not even really wanting to go forward, the Saints. It's so weird. Like, we're putting like pressure on them. It's like that they just don't want to make a mistake. Here we go, Hosk. Oh, if that was supposed to hit that target, then oh my god. Oh. I struggled to believe that Hosk and Elliott try to do a pinpoint pass.
kicked all
Yeah, no. That's a shank. He tried to kick it long and absolutely shanked it to Checkers. Come on, mate. It's half decent. Yes, let's go. There we go. So, Hoskinelli's pass turns into a goal assist to Checkers.
They've been threatening Collingwood for the last 5 or 10 minutes. They've just been clunky going inside 50. So defensive pressure's been good all day. Now we can't say this was great execution, but
Yeah, no, that you can even tell, like, even as it was like floating in the air, like it wasn't even a natural float. Oh, sorry, not a, yeah, it was a float. It wasn't a natural spin.
just struggling under the physical pressure from each opposition. That's why the mistakes have happened, especially in this second quarter.
Final game of gather round. Back in the middle. 8.5 minutes left in the half. Marshall rips it out of the air. Floats it wide. Hoskin Elliott, who was a little ill, we were told a couple of days ago, but has taken his place. Josh Dacos back to Maynard. Chips it inside. Mitchell waited for it. Ross went and got it. And then Malera tight ropes the boundary. In fact, he floats it out. So it'll be...
And yeah, for those wondering, Dacos is on 14 disposals at the moment at 64%.
There's a path with side bottom and McCreary out to the left. Well, that kick was nowhere near where it needed to be again. So they fall short with Wood, who can punch it into the middle. Filippo full stretch, got it now. Inside the 50, they're buzzing around. He will try to go via Gresham. Come around again. The Pies veterans, Pendlebury side bottom, and now Noble will wide check and search high and wide to find it.
Oh, come on, you got AJ.
Ginnivan is the longest target.
How are you not going for AJ?
Far out of reach it. Might not be now for Pendlebury. He tries to get everyone sorted, telling them politely where to go. Short to side bottom, almost within reach, still just on the edge. Wilson is down there, the activated sub. Johnson also was in the pack, couldn't get over Marshall. Chris fired out. McCreary got it working.
Yes, let's go, Bo. Yeah, there you go. 4th goal of the game.
By Collingwood as to why they were slowing it down, but it was the right decision in the end. So Steele side bottom.
Who has kicked out goals? So Bo, Checkers, Mitchell, and Hill at the moment, and Dacos is on 15 disposals. Mitchell's on 13 disposals there in a goal, which is good.
Pretty good. He's running back down to the forward pocket.
I love that from Johnson. So as a forward, the most important thing is the opposition doesn't take a mark. So Johnson realised he wasn't able to mark it. He spoiled, got the ball to ground, created a goal for his teammate.
Yeah, and good forward craft from McCreary, wasn't it? Because he was the one darting up, looking to get involved in the play, and then got front and square.
Good tight tussle. It's the only time these two teams meet the home and away season this year. Good chance they might meet in the finals, though, the way they're going. Quick clearance from Ross. Crisp. Gresham jumps on him.
Certainly on top of the clearances this quarter, St Kilda, after Collingwood were in front in that period. The first quarter, 8-2 clearances in front of St Kilda. 4-zip from centre clearance.
Johnson in the ruck, wins it down, gets it down.
There we go. Oh. Geez, surprised I wasn't holding the ball, actually.
Break away with it, and as soon as he gave it, he warned him he was in trouble. More.
Come on, Noble.
And Maynard just waited a second and flicked away to the boundary for a ball in.
Got to say, Brandon, it looks like a Ross line game, doesn't it? It's a dour, tough, tight, really defensive type of game to watch. And, you know, to Collingwood's credit, they're playing very well defensively as well. So really set up this one for a tight tussle.
Marshall just too strong on that sort of throw in for Johnson, but it's to Collingwood's advantage.
Oh.
For long. Marshall just found himself in the right position. The ball found him. He's played on. Quaino has the best look to spoil. Owens, not far off, in the air, underneath Gresham. Owens, a second time.
Come on, Quaino. Good.
Pies get it out of there quickly.
Alright, here we go. Put some pressure on. Oh, jeez, they've got a few extra numbers here.
Scouts the 50. Caminiti
Punch.
but their teammate in front beat them to it. And it's Filippo to have the shot for goal.
Oh, yeah, if you guys have any questions in the chat, feel free to put them in. Or if you just want to discuss anything that's regarding the game at the moment, would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, you'd think Mateus would slot this.
Lacking confidence, and he's backed it up so far this year. 5 goals won in 4 games. Saints need this. And
He's got it.
And he's passionate too.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that dude's a gun. Well, that kid's a gun.
With 5 to go in the second.
He's had a decent impact in the game too. It's his 14th disposal. Kick a goal. Just one of these up-and-coming young stars. You know, I suppose coming into the season, you wonder about St Kilda go, rightio, where are the genuine stars? We know Jack Steele, of course, has been a fantastic player over the last few years. Which ones are the younger ones coming through? Already we've seen Owens and Philippou, to name a couple, look like they're going to be there for a long time.
Oh, I mean, it's still an even ball game. We've got more than enough in the tank to, you know, kick a couple goals yet. It's always just annoying whenever you play a Rustline team though, because it's just he's just way too defensive.
Early rise from Hill. Burns, battle, got under that a little. Patton's going to have to go and get it. They're about to go and get him. But he got it to the line.
Yeah, we saw the clearance numbers, the contested possession numbers as well in favour of the Saints, up plus.
Wait, the fact that we're gonna pretty much go into quarter time and no teams over 30, like that's not really great.
So they've certainly come to play the Saints.
Frampton, Marshall.
Mind you, you would think that's not gonna happen, and even Collingwood's gonna probably get a score here.
Hits a good spot.
Oh.
Again. Hands magnificent.
Good to see Elliott out there for Collingwood as kick goes to half back. Burns can break.
And a lot of intercept marks, 15 to each side.
Murphy came late and just fully, almost overcommitted. Incredible attitude.
Come on, Markov.
Markov bangs away to half.
Oh, come on.
First time it's a intercept Markov half back today. Burns has a second crack and doesn't do much better, unfortunately, for the Saints. Murphy again thwarting the move forward. Get Evans in the centre. Noble is running mate. So the switch has been affected, but
oh, come on.
So it's been disrupted.
So poor execution, but that play from Murphy, I mean, courageous effort to begin with, then wins the next one. That kick into the middle opens the whole ground up. That's the style of play. Just keep backing yourself in. That's what you'd be saying if you're a part of that Pies defence. We'll get that execution right eventually.
Maynard with the experience. Beat Owens there. Heads toward half forward. Getting there late was Wilson. My check. Hill read his mind, but he couldn't get away.
Come on, Pendles.
And Pendles, well, he hit the pause button again.
Yes.
Time and found McCreary.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you think Bo would kick this?
In that defensive 50.
Yeah, no, things are going alright. Obviously, yeah, just doing a bit of a live stream at the moment. I'm hoping to obviously make a bit of a comeback, and I know I've been doing a few like live streams and stuff, but I'm hoping to do a few more, like, you know, obviously videos through like recording and things like that. So hopefully I can do that. And yeah, also played a bit of footy this morning and played alright. So at the moment, so far, well, at the moment Collingwood's up by a point. So, and it seems like everything's going alright at the moment. So yeah, can't complain.
Disposal for the quarter. Wanganeen Miller to half forward through the fingertips of Caminiti, and now Moore has side bottom. Maynard and Nick Dacos.
Oh, here we go. We're out here. We're not out, but this might work out in our favour. Oh, and then Sebros.
Still with plenty to negotiate.
Come on, pressure.
Played it through battle. Clark. They'll get to half.
Come on, Moore. Good, Moore.
Thanks to the skipper. Moore
good.
does the business and gets it out of bounds. His team leading by 1.
I think both desperate lunges to spoil the ball. Craig McRae, lovely work from his captain.
Bit of confusion on the bench. One bench holding up a 3-minute sign, the other bench was holding up 2 minutes. Mitchell wobbles it towards half forward. Bouncing ball. Elliott's about to pounce to Mychek.
Go on, Checkers.
It's just inside the line. Nice read. Side bottom. Inside kick is pretty good.
Oh, here we go. Bobby.
Bobby does, but he doesn't get it. Burns held his ground. To Hill. Higgins comes down to help out.
Oh,
but he
come on.
went to ground. Butler missed his target. Sinclair,
Come on, pressure, pressure.
Hill under some pressure. Back to Higgins. Scrambles it away, but Murphy.
There we go, Murph.
Takes the ball.
Evan Higgins is back in.
Oh, wow, he's pinged him. He has pinged him. That's 50, and Murph's going to have a shot on goal.
Murphy, who has just one goal in AFL football, has a lot of time to think about this. Goals at a premium so far today.
Come on, Murph. Slot this through.
For Nathan Murphy. Just on half-time.
No.
We don't even need to say it.
So we're really going to go into half-time with neither team being 30 points.
Sinclair out wide. Murphy's out there as well as Frampton. Ball off hands. Butler gave it up. Burns caught. Dispossessed. Didn't hit his toe. Ball.
Surely we can kick a goal from here in the next 50 seconds.
He sits it up in hope. Can Johnson get the run at it? Big fists come. Hits the deck. Mychek caught by Wilkie.
Oh, he's got him around the neck.
He's okay. Not in the back. Ball up. But a great spot for a ball up here with 40 seconds left. Mychek gets up slowly. Frampton. Marshall. Ball flicked down towards Hunter Clark. He couldn't get there to trap it. It's in the congestion again. The umpires are all circling ball.
How is that holding the ball?
Ball with a matter of seconds left in the half.
Pies and Saints both 2 goals in this quarter as they both produced in the opening term. And just the extra behind for Collingwood in this quarter is the gap in the game. It's Owens. It's a slender one. Higgins. 15 seconds.
Come on.
Is that enough for Collingwood? Maybe. The Dacosses, now Noble.
Come on, let's get a mark. Come on.
Stays down. There's a bit of body work going on Mychek. It's ticked off by the umpire. A nervous moment for the Saints fans there as Hill was closing quickly, but not quickly enough. It's a
God damn, I hate Ross line footy.
A late out for Collingwood, and they've already lost Daniel McStay, unfortunately. So they really are without some of their best manpower. The Saints have had that difficulty all year. And as we know, unbeaten so far, they find themselves just 1 point behind. Sarah's going to have a chat to Scott Pendlebury in a couple of moments. In fact, it looks like she's ready for him now.
Certainly are, Anthony Hudson. Scott, discipline needs to be really big in this second half. Both teams are so switched on defensively. Is that an area to look at?
Yeah, we just want to make sure our pressure stays high. So I know in the first quarter it was really good, and yeah, I think we'd be happy with the way the game's going. We've just got to clean up our ball use going inside 50.
Yeah, so guys, what's your overall thoughts of the first half? Do you reckon we can make a comeback? Just let me know in the comments.
Yeah, always is. You want to get field position on the ground like this as well. So we'll look to address that half time.
All right, we'll let you get in there.
Cheers. Thanks, Sarah.
Well, the Pies and the Bombers take centre stage next week for the traditional Anzac Day clash. It is always one of the best days on the football calendar, and you can catch it all on Fox Footy. It's going to be one of the best days of the year.
And in front of a capacity crowd, staggering, isn't it? It's unbelievable to be out here now. No one gets his own.
Alright, here we go. Alright, just going through the stats. Nick Dacos is on 20 disposals at halftime. Sidey 15, Dacos 15, Mitchell 14, Adams 13, Markov 12, Noble 12, Maynard 10, and Maud 10. And then single digits to Murphy with 9, Pendlebury 8, Crisp 8, Hoskin Elliott 7, Elliott 6, Mychek 6, McCreary 6, and Frampton, Quainer, Hill, and Ginnivan all with 5. And then 2 to Johnson. Obviously, McStay is injured. And Wilson hasn't had any disposals, but he has had a tackle.
The brand new Samsung Galaxy S23 series, now at Harvey Norman.
It's footy time at Coles. And there's hundreds of prices on dropped and locked until the 4th of July, including some of your favourite footy snacks. Buy popcorners for just $3.
Yeah, even with like Noble 12 disposals at 80%, that's obviously pretty good for him. I mean, you got 87% for Pendlebury and Crisp at 8 each. And then Hoskin Elliott's got 85% at 7 disposals. So yeah, if he's gonna be doing that, then geez, like, then that's actually gonna be pretty good. Because normally he'll have his disposal efficiency around like 55, like around 50-55.
Don't just get health insurance.
So.
Get health first.
Giants what 2? Is that the other game that's going on? Is it? Guess we could always flip it. Why not? Let's do.
My best mates. Nothing special. Oh, watching a movie with my soulmate.
It's gonna let me.
Special. Having dinner with the family who I'd literally die for. You know, nothing special. I mean, come on, people. What could be more special than this?
Oh, you're still my special girl.
Thanks, actress who's playing my nan. McCain, there's something special about nothing special.
Alright, I'm gonna check real quick on the other game actually. Oh no, it's post show. And they're not even letting you see it either. Alright, interesting.
Well, you have had your eye on that high street space for a while.
When it comes to growing a business,
Want me to get moving?
Alright.
you need an expert in
Nah, I can't show the other. Or put the other game on for a little bit. There you go.
The staff at Newcastle hospitals are exceptional.
Follow us behind the curtain in this inspiring new series, exploring the world-class medics as they navigate and work together to save lives.
The people I work with are just fantastic.
I want to be a success. I want people to talk about the work I do.
New series Hospital Diaries begins Monday 8:30 on Lifestyle or watch on demand.
After torrential rain last night here at Adelaide Oval, we have pitch.
Yeah, if you guys want to have a chat about anything, or if you want to ask me any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If you haven't already, make sure to obviously like the stream and to also subscribe if you haven't already. We'll obviously just continue on and do our thing till the second half happens.
Both teams defending so strongly, and Saints at the moment are really beating Collingwood at their own game.
And it's a lot of turnovers, like the players are out, there's heaps of smothers.
Yeah, I mean that's Ross Lyon footy for you, but I mean it hasn't been bad. It's just annoying because you got an opposition coach that's that wants to bore the opponent to death. And is it a tactic? Sure, but I mean, do people want to watch football in that case and in that version? I certainly wouldn't want to. That's why I'm glad we never got him as coach in the end. When I feel like I mean, there's no point going into things like that, actually.
It's a feature of St Kilda's game, the way they intercept the ball in the midfield. Well, for today, there's enough pressure around the ball that the Collingwood team are able to...
There's been a few here and there, but I mean, it's also gone both ways. I think Saints have been unlucky as well. I don't think it's been that one-sided, to be honest. you could probably maybe like make the claim that some of the free kicks that we've had have been in lesser dangerous situations, where if we ever conceded any frees, well, sorry, if St Kilda had any frees, because I know the first 2 goals, they weren't, they were basically off the back of free kicks.
Has been playing back. He's now the lead ruckman. McStay, who's been doing a fair bit of the line share in that position.
So what is going on with McStay? Like, can anyone let me know what's happening there? Because it seems like it's like a broken hand or... But they're clearly not happy with whatever's happened to him.
Stoppage work, and this one was Tom Mitchell from early in the first quarter. His spread, his work forward of the stoppage was brilliant. We haven't really seen him kick many goals from outside forward 50. Eddie, I want to talk to you about Jamie Elliott, his movement that creates movement for other forwards.
It does, and as a small forward in those stoppages, like you say, movement creates movement, and it makes it harder for his defender because he's always got to turn his back and try to find body. And if you've got no body running through those 450 stoppages, it makes it easy as a small forward just to read it.
So Collingwood,
yeah, I know he did his finger, but like, what, like, is it a broken finger? Is it like?
Second half coming up here from Adelaide Oval. It is all happening here. It's also all happening at Fox Footy HQ, where the chief and the team.
I guess I can always like go on Twitter and shit and figure it out, but.
Two succulent beef patties, crunchy lettuce, tangy pickles and onion, oozing with special sauce. That is the burger equivalent of a mic drop.
If you want to run stronger,
Jump higher.
move faster.
Hit harder. And kick further tomorrow. You need INC today.
INC Sports Nutrition is banned, substance tested.
And Informed Sports certified.
INC Sports Nutrition.
Powering tomorrow today.
Nothing beats live footy. And Optus Stadium knows how to turn it on. For tickets and travel packages, visit optusstadium.com.au/AFL.
Good boy.
You don't have to train the house down to live health first. Go on, give yourself a health break. NIB, health first.
Alright. Yeah, I know that, like, literally the second he basically came off the ground, they basically subbed him off. So, obviously, whatever it was pretty serious, so you would think he would miss weeks as well. Just another key position type to go down, like, even last year, like, it was mainly key defenders, but, like, even last year we had horrible luck with key position, injuries.
It's great working for such a trusted brand.
Because I feel like if we have a, like, if you take out all the key position players, like, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, like, who's on the injury list that's not key position. I think Draper.
Our automotive technicians are highly trained and use the latest tools and specialist equipment to make sure the job is done right.
And yeah, I'm leaning towards Howe being a key position because I mean we do kind of play him like one. Is there one yeah, it's really only Draper. Because everyone else is like key position. Unless if I can go onto the comment website real quick and Oh, Lipinski. Lipinski's not key position.
That's fast.
We're not going to let this one get away.
With a fast NAB home loan approval, our experts are here to help.
For your chance to draft your newest teammate.
With Foxtel Rewards, you could treat your family and friends to $11.50 movie tickets or $27 Hoyts tickets every Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
Alright, so yeah, so you got Kruger, Kelly.
Join free today.
Obviously, Krugers are all good to go. Same as Kelly.
What a fun weekend we have had here in Adelaide for Gather Round, and the fun continues tonight on Bounce. Coming up immediately after this game, Chief and the team, they've got a table tennis challenge, so plenty of laughs coming up tonight on Fox.
Alright, yeah, so Beg's key position, Draper's not. Cox's key position, Cameron's key position. How I would put, so it's really Howe and Draper. Howe, Draper, and Lipinski. And that's just overall. Like, that's not even like guys that'll be in best 22 or whatever. Like, everyone else that's injured is key position.
Is that a game that suits you as much? Well, when it comes to table tennis, I prefer to do my own thing. But everyone wanted to be on my team, Chief. They wanted to get around the big fella because I show what I was capable of. What about the competition these blokes behind them? I'll have a look at them. Balls flying all over the place. How easy is this rubbish? Can you? What are they doing here? Look at this. They're not doing much at all. What have you got for us? Turn it up. Turn it up is going to be an absolute belter, and cut the crap. We're going to take some of the bigger names along for the ride. Who? Give me a name. Just think of the highest of high names, and that could give me a buzz. They need to have a chat about a few things and straighten a few things out, like these guys. Okay, before this gets out of hand, we might wrap it up. Make sure you join us straight after the footy. Bounce is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh man. But no, guys, what's your overall thoughts? If you haven't put them in already. Yeah. In fact, actually, here's a question out there. What's your 3-2-1 just in the first half alone? Let's do that. So, who's your best on ground? Who gets the 2 votes and who gets the single votes in terms of how well they've gone? Because, I mean, again, for me personally, and if we're only just on Collingwood players, I mean, even though it's pretty hard to ignore Dacos at the moment, 21 disposed, 71%.
Telstra now offers the digital solutions your business needs.
Just trying to go through. I'd even probably maybe give Mitchell some votes.
So we climb. No matter how heavy the task, we continue to push.
And then there's probably and then I'd probably maybe give Sidey the 1 vote, to be honest. That's just off the top of my head.
Why seek the summit? Because we can.
Ford Everest. Conquer every day.
Host Plus has a low admin fee. And we deliver strong long-term returns for your super. Getting good value? That's a plus.
Every journey starts with a single movement.
I might actually just mute this, actually, to be honest. Oh. In fact, actually, I might just check some stuff. Actually, this island of talking all. Yeah.
Steal the event.
How
But
do
a
you go?
3-year deal. Now, Gil McLachlan has confirmed, though, that after those 3 years, it will hit the road. So potentially WA or maybe New South Wales. But after 72 hours of frantic negotiations, they were able to get that 3-year tenure, which means a Barossa Valley game, which will be showcasing the best and the brightest, and maybe a Norwood Street Fair as well. Now, remarkable scenes in the GWS game where we saw Harry Himmel.
Well, there you go. So apparently, in the next 3 years, they're gonna have this round official. So round 5 is going to be have the round for the next 3 years. So
What a megastar and the true swingman for GWS.
Thank you very much, Ralphie, Jonathan Brown and Matthew Pavlich. How was the hang time there?
Absolutely sensational. Well done to GWS. Doing a good job with him, Adam Kingsley. He looked like David Parkin last week when he nearly popped his jugular vein when he's giving the boys a good old-fashioned spray. He's very old school in that regard. But back to this game, it's a good game of football. So there has been kicking mistakes, but it's because of the high pressure from
all right. So we're about to get the second half underway. Players getting into their positions at the moment. So yeah.
Inside 50s, but they just couldn't quite execute going inside 50. But this shows two really good teams on show together. They both brought their pressure game. So looking forward to a big second half.
Oh, his game needs a big hanger like that, I reckon. I don't know. It's been defensively structured. We want a big hanger. We need to
show Brooks and Patrick the highlights of the game that it can provide. I'm sure we will.
Although Rossline coach teams.
All right, here we go. Second half underway.
In fact, they've kept teams to 7, 5, 11, and 8 goals this year. St Kilda under Rossline, so they would believe that they, even though they're down by a point, had a great first half. Clark heads toward the top of the 50. Race on to get there. Ball set on its end. Side bottom, a little flick. Higgins quick to get there. Noble right with him. Maynard about to be hunted down from behind. To side bottom. Loops it to McCreary. Open space. He
Come on, Bo.
on Marshall. He knew he had him.
Yes, good. Who's that? Checkers. Jeez, Hoskers playing as a deep forward.
Wilson's been activated, the sub, if you haven't heard.
Move it on. Play on.
About to send this long. Johnson's going to be the leaper if he can get there. He does, but guess who? Wilkie. Same old, same old.
Huge amount of intercept marks.
Yeah, he just forced him so well under the ball. Wasn't a great kick, was it? But he's been outstanding, Wilkie.
Nice little give back. Now, can they find some sort of rhythm on the way out? Crouch. Extended period of waiting. Filippo comes up and gives him the option he needed. Play on. Over Moore's head, that's a start. Cordy needed the run, found it in Hill. Markov. He's right on his grill and the ball goes back over the line, disrupted again. See the funny side of it.
Because even with Rossline footy, you would think that the floodgates would open at some point. So whether if it's sometime this quarter, I mean, definitely next quarter it'll probably open up, but just don't like footy when it's so defensive like this. Go on, here we go. Noble to Murph. Alright, where's your target?
Gets ticked off by the umpire.
Yes.
Muscle from McCreary.
Good.
Out of the square, holding his ground is Johnson. Elliott buzzing around deep.
Yeah, he's had to hold that up because there's 2 extra St Kilda defenders in terms of a wingman and also a midfielder pushing hard back to defend.
We know
come on, AJ.
His run up though was impeded successfully by a couple of Saints. And Mason Wood takes another intercept mark.
How often we've seen this early in the season, Mason Wood as a winger, very good in the air. Again.
As is Murphy, who gets up there, tries to kill it with the fist, killed it forward because Hoskin Elliott was waiting for it. Oh, he was bumped and got away with it because they didn't tackle him. Had it been a tackle, it was ball, but they bumped him and the ball was not clear. So that doesn't count, play on, and it's a turnover anyway. Howard. Wilkie.
Murphy's taken 5 intercept marks for Collingwood. Wilkie's taken 5 for St Kilda. The record's 10 in a game.
Marshall, Wilkie. Out wide, Gresham gets it from Stocker. This is the key.
Oh, here we go, Murph.
Stands under it. Murphy came
good.
Thumped it down. He knew he had Nick Dacos outside of the boot. He just massaged it wide to McCreary. Spectacular. Then he decided to bounce it off his forehead, give it to Noble. It's been a little bizarre.
Okay, good. Come on, Sidey, make a choice.
In the check direction. Howard
Yep,
wearing him
good, Mitchell.
Marshall. Caught, dragged down by Crisp. Umpire lets it flow. Finally comes out.
Oh, come on, Dacos.
Heads inside 53 hands. Elliott couldn't do something with it initially. Frampton gets his moment, and a big moment at that.
Oh, come on.
And blows his line.
Nick Dacos asking the question, where was the little handoff? I think Frampton was well entitled to take the shot, but if Nick Dacos calls for the ball, you probably give it to him.
Awkward situation for Wanganeen. Miller, he gets out of it using the left. Owens
come on.
Position. Takes the time to consider, and then has to work back.
Good, Noble.
Anything will do now. Stocker, Wanganeen, Malera again, or Clark again with each possession. They're looking a little
Good.
more wobbly.
Come on, Pendles. Oh.
Sinclair, great tag from Crisp when unwhistled. Pendlebury had a quick tour of the ground. Ginnivan getting back to the turf. Brilliantly done by Crouch. Not rewarded by the umpire.
You actually look at it, I know there's been mistakes, but both teams' pressure has been elite. Midfielders get back quickly to support their defence. Good pressure where the ball is each time.
Clark had a little piece of it. Mitchell comes in to lock it in there. Ball. It's one of those games that does.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
Back pedals. And the Saints get players back in all the holes. Johnson leads wide. It's ignored. Mitchell sits it. Mycheck got up there 3 deep.
Come on.
Wanganeen Malera wing tackled. Back to Hoskin Elliott. Lost it in that congestion. Hoskin Elliott somehow straight up in the air.
Oh my God.
Little nudge out. Johnson flicks it back, and the Saints content. Conceded behind there.
So a couple of things that St Kilda are doing really well. They're defending their back 50. Collingwood have had 36 inside 50s for what's that now? 10 shots at goal. So we know that's a strength. Collingwood, in fact, score very well per inside 50, number 3 in the competition this year. And the other one, contested possession, we showed it at half-time, how well St Kilda are going. Collingwood have started this quarter really well, Brownie. So obviously a feature of McRae's discussion.
What was that in the full?
The umpires are right on the short kick.
Oh, either way, it's Collingwood ball.
Just put the Saints out of kilter a couple of times when they've had the play on.
Oh, jeez, that's terrible.
Gee, they made that difficult for Mitchell, did Noble. Can the Saints prosper? Filippo doesn't quite get the
Thank
bounce.
God we got a bounce in our favour.
Turns it back Collingwood's way.
Because that could have got pretty ugly there. Come on, Chris.
Gets a run. Elliott flings the handball. It's taken high. Ross tries to restrain himself from protesting too much. Jamie Elliott tries to work out what he can achieve with the next possession. 6 disposals. Hasn't scored yet.
Yeah, no, that was actually there.
Shot early in the game. Doesn't think he can take it on.
Checkers, yes.
Well done there. He just slipped that guard so the St Kilda defenders had relaxed and looked as if they were going to wait for the long shot, and Mycheck just snuck off at the last moment. Well identified, good kick.
4 single goal kickers for Collingwood so far. There's been no multiples in the game until now.
Come on, Checkers.
All is quiet. Brody Mycheck. He's got it.
Yes, let's go.
Absolutely perfectly. And the Pies lead is 9. It's their biggest advantage in the game.
All right, let's try and get to 40 points now. Oh. Do I have a Discord? That's actually probably something I actually do need to follow up with, actually. I do have an account on there, but I wouldn't have anything that would be associated with the channel, so I'll make sure to get that up, actually, in a few, or however long it takes, whether it takes a week, a month, who knows, but yeah, that's definitely something I'll probably need to, I need to probably get organised, I reckon. So yeah, watch this space. I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can head on to something like that.
Yeah, it did too. Nice draw.
That's the lowest score, and this one doesn't win. Marshall floats it wide towards Butler, half held. So Butler about to send the Saints inside 50.
Apparently Hutto drilled into a house a few days ago.
That's not let everyone around the magnificent Grange Golf Course know, Brownie.
That's cool. Top of the square, Caminiti got there from 3 deep. Couldn't bring the mark down. Quaynor, crisp, and getting back. Mason Wood takes another grab, cuts it off, about to send the Saints back to the top of the 50. Owens is down there, Caminiti's down there. Is he going to have a crack from here?
He's certainly got the range, you would have thought.
Thought you were going to say
Looks like he's going to have a shot.
just to continue the conversation. In he comes. Loads up. He's got a fair
No, he's
bit on
missed,
it.
I think. Yep.
To the near side behind.
Just need to stabilise here, St Kilda. Need to play some football in their front half. Need a turnover here, a front half turnover. They've been very good at that throughout the season.
Maynard. Josh Dacos called on. Quick decision to be made. Had some numbers on the wing. Battle took front position. That was good enough.
So the ground ball gets, Brandon, we spoke about it earlier. The Saints were just beating Collingwood at their own game in many ways, getting numbers to the ball, hunting it at ground level. Well, it's turned around 13-4 this quarter. So Collingwood really starting to get on top in that way.
Wood sweeps in from behind to look for this. Ended up scrapping it with his own teammate. Stocker's handball. Butler on the turnaround. Caminiti, yes! Oh, it's no.
Oh, he played on.
Or was it? No, he's paid the mark.
Did he play on though?
Well, I think if one umpire's called touch, the other hasn't. There has to be a conversation, doesn't there? Didn't call touched. That's not what 7 Collingwood players in the vicinity thought.
Sounded like a little bit of
Come on.
coming their way.
Didn't look like it was anywhere near touched.
Maybe it's this one here.
What a moment in this young man's career. And he's
Yeah, okay, I don't know what's going on there then.
Yes! Gets it home.
Unless if Murph thought he touched it, which was probably the closest hands to the ball at any point, but I think... Yeah, no, we're doing pretty well, Bella. We're doing pretty well. I mean, it's only like 2 points of difference, but I mean, as long as we can keep it competitive for 3, then we know we can always blow it out in the 4th. So.
Windhager obviously running through there. Caminiti was good enough to take the mark, but probably created a little bit of confusion for the Collingwood midfielders at that stoppage, and they were able to win that. Well done.
Bit of dissent there too from the Collingwood players.
More than a bit, Ed.
Yeah. But spirit of the game there.
So contested marks, that's the first one. So there's 14 in the match. The first one that's been taken by either team inside the forward 50.
Umpire lets that go. Cordy thought they were going to recall it, but umpire said no, keep going. It landed inside the circle. Ross caught, dispossessed. Gresham caught. Josh Dacos spears it.
Come on.
From 4 deep. Stocker breaks the tackle, looks up. He's got a couple of options short. Crouch being one of them. He's got Windhager out wide. More Storky at
Good more.
to the ground. He wanted the handball back, but he couldn't get that from Markov, and will get a ball in on the wing with 2 points the difference. And maybe trying to gather around.
Yeah, this game is way too closer than it needs to be.
Cordy doing the ruck work. Frampton over the top.
Go one sidey.
Dacos and Sidebottom both looked at each other and the ball. Eventually made the right call. Now Crisp has to be rather innovative with the kick. Hoskin Elliott.
Come on, Hoss.
Get towards the 50, but that's another out on the full from the boot of Will Hoskin Elliott.
Well done by Adelaide. Put pressure on. He's been fantastic as well, along with Cal Wilkie.
Patton short, just the required. Wanganeen Malera.
Free kick downfield.
It's going
Oh,
to be
what for?
reversed, yes.
Yeah, Murphy got knocked behind the plate.
McCreary just beyond his distance, but maybe
Okay.
not. Side
There you go.
gets a bit closer. Tried to empty out the pocket for Elliott. Crouch.
Why would you go for that option? You know Elliot was never gonna like have a fair go at that.
No.
How many times have we seen today, Bernie, a kick's gone inside the Collingwood forward 50 and there's been 2 or 3 St Kilda players around and they've just outnumbered all day. There's the one on the boundary line.
Could have been arm contact, chop.
Yeah, they're very disciplined to run back and support their defence, aren't they?
Cordy, Johnson, both got a piece of it. Side bottom collects. Just blasts it back to a good spot. Bobby's under it. Bobby's got it.
There you go.
Yeah, he turned Patton around there.
Alright, Bobby's gonna have a shot now.
The ball was able to turn around quickly, take the mark. Just needs composure here. Go back, kick the goal, whether it be a snap or a drop punt. Just see there, as soon as Patton had to turn around, he was in trouble.
Been a fantastic pickup, Bobby Hill. First game with he and Ginnivan playing together this afternoon, but he's been filling
Come on, Bobby.
Ginnivan's spot. In he struts. Struck it beautifully. And
Yes! Let's go! Oh.
Well done there. Good job. Just created something out of nothing, but forced the kick out of that stoppage. Good forward craft there.
Another score from a stoppage, Bernie.
Yeah.
We talked about that a couple of times today. They're so good at scoring from stoppages, number 1 in the AFL so far this season.
Alright, that puts us, what, 8 points up as well too.
The most important thing to do with defenders to make them uncomfortable is get them to take their eyes off the ball. In that situation, he did so. Good, smart forward craft. Hill comes up to the stoppage, turns his man around quickly. So they've been able to just create a couple of goals out of nothing here. Collingwood, the early one from my check was a good pass inside 50. Time good finish by Bobby Hill.
No one doubts his ability.
Alright, here we go. Let's get back to this ball up.
As he started so strong.
AJ's in the ruck too. That's interesting.
Intercepts in the front half.
So they're swapped over with Frampton. Or he swapped over with Frampton.
Given the room to do so.
Here we go. Bo!
McCreary again, who's been important.
Well, it opened up.
Yeah, he made a strong lead. There was a passage in front to kick it to. McCreary wasn't confident. So he goes a little longer to the square. Myercheck denied. Ross trying to make
Go on,
provision
Wilson.
wherever the ball would bounce. Patton only as far as Quaynor.
I should have tapped that on Quaynor.
Fell by Butler. 2 goals, 2 to 1-1 for this term.
It's got to hang in here, the St Kilda midfielders. So Collingwood midfielders getting on top. It's playing the game in the Collingwood front half for most of this third quarter.
Marshall using the advantage he has. Cordy got displaced by Moore. Before you knew it, Dacos had given it.
Come on, Maynard.
And Maynard had thumped it to full forward. And the Saints are on alert again. And this
Why are we making Wilkie look like he's like the best defender going around?
yet another mark.
Why? Why do we do this?
Yeah, 4 away from the record.
Heads out wide. Owens, the meat and the sandwich. Moore got there from 4 deep.
Mind you, there's 7 players that hold the record of 10 intercept marks. So you just rattled them all off for me, Hutto.
Maynard. Johnson.
We got Adams.
They're covering that lead to the pocket this time, the Saints defenders, not allowing that Myercheck spot that he kicked the goal from. In fact, they've gone to it again. Myercheck's up. And he pluck it. But the set play nearly worked again.
Such a good, honest competitor, Myercheck. That's a great launch in the ball. Knew exactly where he had to go. Now, the great news for Collingwood, it's another forward 50 stoppage where they've looked really dangerous all night.
Well, at least we gotten up to, into the 40s now. So there is that. Oh, is that not kicking in danger?
No damage. Hasn't quite been for Ginnivan so far. Rossline with all his experience and expertise. Working overtime on the phones.
Always wary with Scott Pendlebury just floating around these forward 50 stoppages.
Don't think Ross was talking to Josh Dacos. And the free kick is going to the ruckman in Marshall.
Just like Gill wasn't talking to the Premier earlier this day.
Well, the announcement that it's here, gather round for the next 3 years. If you weren't with us earlier on for that announcement, it's been such a success this season. Out wide, Burns throws tucked away. Mind check, stalking it, bending it.
Come on, check. Oh.
Battle got back, last line of defence, and just got a set of knuckles on it.
Quick re-entry, that's all it was the required.
Okay, for some reason it's...
5 inside 50s in favour.
It's a Collingwood mark.
There we go.
Johnson prevailed. Multiple hands over it, goes short. Wilson. Activated sub.
Alright, here we go.
Thumps it into the pocket again.
On.
Check was able to jump both feet and he almost brought it down. That could have gone anywhere. Windhager with the clean up.
Yes, let's go! How is that not holding the ball?
Some of the kicks inside 50, Pat, they've been able to get deep entries this quarter, so it's making it really difficult for St Kilda's defenders to get it out.
We just got layers of defence, and I mean that pressure. So the first layer of defence was 3 Collingwood players just ambushing the ball carrier.
Johnson tried to do it. His own steam out of the ruck.
And then the second and third layers are just set up behind the ball so well because you've got so much pressure in.
Man, this is... I ain't gonna lie to you guys, this is a bit of a struggle.
It's almost impossible to get out of there.
This is one of the main reasons why I hate Ruslan footy.
Goes wide. Patton looks around.
Like, we're nearly about to go into 3/4 time and we haven't even hit 45 points yet.
Caminiti tried to get there late. Wood couldn't get a kick away. Big pack around it. Umpire circling again. And again, the Saints have kept teams to 7 goals, 5 goals, 11 goals, and 8 goals this season. They don't leak big scores under Ross Lyon. Marshall with the fist. Knocked it straight down to Wilson, though. Dacos of the Nick variety gave it to Noble. Caught by Burns, and umpire thinks the ball up is in order.
It's great pressure, isn't it, from the Saints? So Collingwood asked the question, can you go with us? Can you match our intensity? Really nice response from a couple of small forwards laying some big tackles.
Took 3 to bring Marshall down. Had the luxury of being able to sub him off late last week, knowing what was ahead. Pies, of course, played last Thursday night. Players were able to have 4 days off after that.
Oh, here we go. Pendle's onto it. Oh.
Get refreshed for this contest. Stocker found that going tough. He did pretty well under the circumstances. Crouch with a creative handball. Windhager.
Bombo, yes.
Time that he could fend and keep McCreary at bay. Mitchell got
Oh.
high.
Is he the best tackler in the competition, by McCreary? If he's not, he'd be right up there.
Right up there.
Kicked a great goal to get Collingwood moving at the start of the game. Tom Mitchell to half forward. Hoskin Elliott threatened. Almost dragged it down. Filippo again off the left boot.
Good.
Such a wise kick. Nick Dacos to set up another forward throw.
Oh, what is it with these kicks inside forward 50?
Gresham hasn't been a big player so far, but there's still time for that. Burns to the outside, the extreme outside, and Moore bundles it over. And still they can barely get it in their front half. 15-5 for the quarter, including the last 9.
I think if there's anything that we got to take out of this game is that we severely miss Lipinski right now. Like, oh man, Lipinski would have been so good in this game. Yep, exactly right. But yeah, no, if we definitely had Lipinski on the field,
This quarter has been in the Collingwood forward half.
yeah, I mean that would definitely take away our half forward issues for sure. because he'd be the one delivering all those passes to our forwards, which we've been struggling all game to do.
There is space, but there's no one in the space to kick to. He has to delay it. It's got Higgins just off the bench, fresh, buzzing past.
Hey everybody, for all the new people that have just arrived. Yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream at the moment, and yeah, hopefully you sub and also like the stream as well.
That's the point of the fourth umpire now. They're close to the action in the forward line.
Murphy waits back in the square.
So yeah, so obviously, so at the moment, obviously buys are up by 10. So hopefully we can just hold on for another 4.5 minutes. Even probably even get a go out of here actually, to be fair.
Clever from
But,
Ross. Patton.
come on, Markov.
Got a shove.
Oh, fit.
Wood. A skip. A jump.
Good, Markov. That's great.
Maynard. McCreary had two pies on the inside.
Come on, Chris.
Found them. Ginnivan.
Oh, Ginny.
Barely a possession. Suddenly they're at half forward and threatening. Myercheck, Johnson, Ginnivan. They keep.
Good, Ginny. What was that? Come on.
One for either team. Stocker, Sinclair, a standoff. Wilkie, part of everything, staving off just about every Collingwood entry.
Oh.
And now, he'll have to turn back. Quick detour. How's that for an aggressive kick? High stakes in the middle of the Adelaide.
Jeez, a lot of pressure on at the moment. Oh, yes, Wilson got him. Oh, no, got it out. Jeez. Oh, no. Oh, jeez, Murph nearly ran him down. Oh, man, nice. Alright, so this is a 4-point game now. God, the game's now just starting to get it right now.
They were spare St Kilda players out the back. It was just a matter of whether they were going to be able to hold up through the centre there. Collingwood's defenders came forward really aggressively, which they know they do, and nearly saved the day there, just through here. So they come forward really aggressively. There's the tackle, but that tackle needs to be held. Higgins was out the back, so Gresham was out the back, and then Wood picked it up.
Where did it come? Where did it start? It started in a defensive 50 where St Kilda had a 7-on-3 when the ball went inside. They had to be patient and wait a little bit, but that aggressive kick through the middle opened everything up, and eventually they got out the back.
And that's the vision that Colonel Light had. Well, not to have a football ground here, of course, but that's the hill that he's standing on. Or maybe
Alright, here we go, Markov. Come on, mate. Please, hit the target. Come on, AJ.
Couldn't take the mark, and the left door's closed. We'll get a ball up.
Who did the Colonel bag for, Dwayne?
I think it would have been a Port man, surely, because he came in down the Port. Came in on the Port River. From the ball up, Marshall bangs it away. I don't think the Crows were in.
Lord Quainer. Great tap. Come on, Dacos.
From outside 50, a spear. It was touched. Play on. Howard feeds it over. Malera with some poise. He's got Owens and 3 Collingwood.
Oh, here we go, Quainer. Dacos. What can you do here? Blind target, hopefully. No, Pendles. Bow.
Floats it up, goal square. Battles there, and Wilkie.
Oh, okay. No, rolls.
Precision on the way out, at least on the short. Patton. 2-5 to 2-1 for the quarter for Collingwood. 19 inside 50s to 7. Moore's been so hard to penetrate on that outer side. Burns made a pretty good fist of it. It might turn St Kilda's way. No. Just away from Brad Crouch.
They've done well, really, Hutto, to be only 4 points down. St Kilda, again, continues that trend of being hard to score against this season.
19 inside 50s Collingwood this quarter for 2 goals 5. So hitting the scoreboard, but just not quite getting the results they need.
Marshall, good service down to Ross. Pendlebury. Elliott now crisp. Rare space and latitude, and delivers for Johnson at the point of the 50.
Scott Pendlebury's been sensational this quarter. This is his 9th disposal. 4 contested. He's had 2.
Alright, here we go. So now AJ's now got a mark, and he's
a lot there is
Gonna have a set shot. Alright, so hopefully you can kick this one, because yeah, we definitely need it. 5 points up. This to give us an 11-point lead.
His debut here last year. Kicked a couple of goals that afternoon. It's got Pendlebury's 350th. Hasn't so far tonight. It's not really looking like working back. Yet another blemish for the Pies at that end. 6-10 now to 6-4. Accuracy hasn't been a problem really for either side this year. Until now.
See if the Saints can go coast to coast in a minute. Or they attempt to go coast to coast in a minute. Try and tie the scores at the last change, which would be an appropriate stage set. Josh Dacos to Nick Dacos to Pendlebury. Class to class to class when it comes to using it. It's in good hands now for the entry kick. Although to Quaynor. See if they go to that my check lead pocket, which is.
Alright, here we go. So we got Quaynor now has it. Looks like he's about to kick long. Alright, kicks inside forward 50. Yes! Good. Checkers is gonna have a set shot. Wait, what? Oh, come on.
Just see it off.
What was the free kick for?
Catalyst for some sort of move forward. Got to keep it wide, as safe as possible. Camariti flew, but so too did more to send it Collingwood's way. You could see the look of exasperation on Pendlebury's face as soon as he released the handball. Misbehaving ball on the outer wing. Pendles tries again this time.
Why are we getting buffering at the moment?
Finds a teammate. Crisp runs the ground, but not before Dacos came in. And deep again, but it's Howard's end.
Yeah, battle and... Okay, for some reason KO just doesn't want to work right now.
Sees Collingwood lead by 6. The end of gather round is near.
Wait, since when? What's that? Okay, so obviously there wasn't long left in the quarter. Alright, so it's now 3/4 time. Alright, so what's your guys' thoughts on the game overall? What's the final result going to be?
Toyota genuine accessories are tested for the extremes to live up to those everyday uses. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
Menulog's got a finger-licking good deal for you. Right now, you can score a free Zinger Burger with any KFC Burger Box meal delivered.
So yeah, so obviously 3/4 time, up by 6 points. I'll just go through the stats at the moment in terms of who's leading it. With no surprise whatsoever, Nick Dacos is on 31 disposals at 71%. So obviously he's tracking pretty nicely. 22 disposals for Josh Dacos at 77%, with an added point in there. In fact, actually, I might ignore the points actually if they kick goals. Pendlebury 20 disposals at 75%. I mean, the GOAT just doing GOAT things. Sidey 19 disposals at 63%. Normally isn't that low in terms of efficiency, but yeah, I'm sure he can have a big 4th quarter and boost that up a bit. Mitchell 18 disposals with a goal and at 77%. That's about right for him. Again, another big time player, so wouldn't be surprised if he gets another 10 disposals or anywhere between 8 to 10 disposals next quarter. Noble's 17 disposals at 82. He's been pretty solid again as always. Maynard 16 for 75. Again, solid again. Adams 15 disposals at 66. Crisp 15 off 86. So normally Crisp normally gets a few more disposals, but I mean, especially at that efficiency rate, we definitely need to get the ball into his hands a bit more, especially if he's going at that. Markov is still going at 76, which is still pretty solid. So yeah. So I mean, just overall looking just off the stats alone, like we're definitely playing a little bit better. Just got to make sure that we're just not playing into St Kilda's hands, because that's one thing I've been noticing is that every time we seem to go into the 4-50, like we're always picking out the defenders, like, and especially with someone like an Elliot, like every time Elliot leads out, not that it's probably his fault, because I mean defenders aren't supposed to be grabbing you at like every point, but like, I just don't know why we're targeting Elliot so much when you have, you know, Checkers, even though we have gone to Checkers a bit. But, you know, we definitely have other targets, so I don't know why we're just sort of so focused on Elliot at the moment, but well, it's really Elliot and Checkers that are the targets that we're going towards, so yeah.
Collingwood Football Club leading it by 6 points over the Saints. We are set for a grandstand finish to what has been a sensational round of football. Eddie Betts,
But yeah, but even if we just, I think at this point, I think we just need to just focus on getting the win now. Which I know, obviously, it's a very basic statement, but and a very obvious statement of that too. But yeah, you just don't want to be, after a performance like this, you just don't want to be walking away with a loss, because, you know, especially when you're trying to obviously make finals and, you know, be serious contenders, especially with, you know, the fact that we're looking at being a top 4, even top 2 team this year. You definitely need to pinch games like this, because especially if you lose to teams like this, then yeah, this is how teams make, you know, top 2, top 4, top 8 even. So yeah. Oh, awesome! Thanks. Yeah, no, glad you're enjoying the content. Obviously, I'm going to be doing a lot more from a video point of view. Obviously, if you've checked my catalog and stuff, there's a lot of like training videos. I'm going to get that back up and running. It just won't be pre-season because, well, it can't be pre-season videos because, you know, we're literally in season. But it's basically going to be the same content. And yeah, so I'm gonna probably do a bit of that, and a few surprises coming. So in terms of content, there's I wanna do something that is very unique, and I don't think it's done. I don't think it's been done as much, but I think it'd be really cool to sort of do. So make sure to check back, because I may have to wait 2 weeks, but if what I want to do happens, I would really want to do it, because I tried to do it today actually. So for those who have been paying attention earlier on in the stream, you guys might be able to figure it out what I'm actually trying to talk about. But yeah, no, definitely future content coming up, so make sure you guys subscribe to that stuff. But yeah, to go to Tyson's question, what do you think of the performance so far? It's just one of those games. It's just such a like, we're definitely falling to Ross Lyon's sort of game, the Ross Lyon game plan. Like, I mean, it's so clear and obvious the fact that, well, I mean, we just kicked a goal now, but I mean, you would think that it should open up, because I don't think Saints are really. I think they're definitely better than what I thought that they were going to be this year, but I think you'll find that our intensity is going to go to a completely other level in the 4th quarter. So hopefully Saints can't match it, and we win pretty comfortably in the end. But
Sinclair well aware. Wasn't the perfect kick, but it gave Butler and then Owens a look at it. Back it goes to Butler as the Collingwood circle.
But yeah, Yeah, I guess you could be disappointed, obviously, but, like, it's just one of those games, like, you're just gonna have scrappy wins, just rough wins. So, as long as we walk away with the win, it's really, that's really all you can ask for at the end of the day, because, yeah, every team goes through you know, because there is such thing as, like, you know, a rough win, a scrappy win, things like that. Where you just sort of have have to win ugly, I guess. And this just seems like this is one of those games where if we're serious and we want to be top 2 or top 4, we got to win these games. Like, there's just no excuses.
Almost pulled it down and then had it stolen from his grasp last second.
It's been good though since half time, especially Collingwood have been able to.
Yeah, no, we've already lifted up the tempo, so we just got to maintain that pressure. And as long as we do that, we'll be more than okay. Yeah, already 2 goals in a low-scoring, already a 2-goal lead in a low-scoring game. You kick another 2 goals in the next, say, 10 minutes, and game is pretty much done. So, and the ball's already in our forward line, so I wouldn't want to be St Kilda and have Collingwood score another 2 goals. So, oh, Husk, oh, Ginny. Okay, come on, just a bit more pressure.
Murphy is terrific then, came forward to defend.
Yes, let's go. Alright, we got it back. Alright, it's going back inside forward 50. Yes, AJ! There we go. So if he kicks this, we really, I mean, even this goal might even be probably enough. But yeah, definitely, if we get 4 goals up, that'll probably be enough, you would think. Yeah, I mean, AJ's an absolute talent. I mean, I know there was a lot of speculation with his time trials and stuff like that, and to be honest, a lot of people seem to forget he had the same thing last year. And there you go, AJ just kicked a goal. But a lot of people seem to really critique his like 2K time trial as if it's like the worst thing in the world, the fact he was so bad at it. I mean, every player's going to have a weakness. Like if you're gonna base players off their weaknesses, you're not gonna get the best out of your players. Which is why what I said where I'm like, even at the time when he did the 2K time trial, it's, you know, it is that thing of, you know, it's obviously not ideal. I'm not sitting here celebrating it, but I mean, he did the same thing the year before. So if you give me what he did the year before and then that season he then had, I mean, I'm not really that concerned by it. So, and obviously, as you say, like AJ's been playing great this year. So I think it's just one of those things. You just got to just put it down in the books as, you know, it's not ideal, but I mean, you still got a fantastic player either way, you know. So. I'm sure Cox didn't have a good time in the trial either. Doesn't mean he's a bad player. I agree with what you said. Yeah, I mean, Cox is a bit different because he's a key position. And I mean, I guess AJ is too, I guess, in a sense. It's just that, I guess because people consider AJ to be more athletic, you would think that he would be better at a 2K time trial, but I mean, yeah, it's not for everybody. But no, like even with key position players, like they're not like, I mean, you'll have like some exceptions obviously, and then that shows like I guess the standards of certain players. As Checks is currently down at the moment. They're just checking to see if he's alright. Seems like he's okay. He's just a bit annoyed because his head just got driven into the turf. But anyway, but yeah, when it comes to AJ, like that's the one thing I said that like he literally did the same thing the year before, and like, you know, I can't remember how many games he played, like half a dozen games he had in the back half. If we get that level of, you know, of games out of him in terms of like how he's going, then I don't think that was really a bad thing. How many disposals side bottom on? Currently, he's on 20 disposals at 65%.
Only so much this St Kilda defence can stand.
There you go. Oh, AJ to Bobby. Yeah, Bobby. There you go. And you would consider that probably game too, I reckon. That's 4 goals now. I think. Unless if, no, AJ kicked his, didn't he? That's got to be... Is that 24? Yeah, it is. Yeah, you wouldn't think that, they can come back from that. Especially with St Kilda, you know, with the way that they've played all night. And, yeah, it's obviously like they've... With how defensive they've been, they've probably exhausted all their fuel tickets at the moment. So you might see a bit of a yeah, you might see Pies pile on a few goals here, and we might hopefully we can get some percentage out of it, which would be nice. Oh mate, all 4 of our pickups are awesome. I've been saying it all. I've been saying it all off season long. Like, if you got holes on your list, and then you go out and get players that fill those holes that you need to fill, you know, you just become a better team all round. I mean, it's the same with Tom Mitchell. We were literally ranked 17th in clearances, and then we went out and got a guy that won a Brownlow medal for winning clearances. Like, if that wasn't going to have a positive impact, then I don't know what was going to. But yeah, Bobby, Mitchell, Frampton, like, even McStay. Because I feel like McStay, on paper, probably hasn't performed to some people's liking. But the thing is that McStay's played that decoy forward, so... You know, he's the one that makes, like, you know, someone like a Checkers better or an AJ better, because McStay's the one that takes the best defender, so he makes, you know, Checkers and AJ's job easier. So, again, not probably, like, something that you can instantly see on a scoreboard or score sheet or stats or whatever, but I mean, even McStay's done his role. I mean, obviously it's unfortunate he's done a finger, so he might be out for a few weeks, but yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, even back in the day when people used to give shit to Travis Cloak, like, people were like, oh, he only kicked 2 or 3 goals a game, but it's like, but it's not only that, but it's like the opportunities he created, like, you know, like, a forward's job is not only just to kick goals. There's so many other ways you can impact. So it's just a matter of keeping on track with the fact that, like, you know, okay, if a McStay kicks you 2 goals, okay, awesome, but then what else did he do also? Because if you normally ask that question, you normally, like, figure out, oh, he had, like, 12 marks, or, you know, maybe he laid, like, you know, 8 tackles or something like that, you know, like, so to just base it on just goals alone, it's, you don't get the full value, especially when it is someone like a McStay. Like, McStay is such a hybrid of everything, I feel. Like, he's that big, tall target you can kick to, he's that, you know, energetic sort of, like, because, yeah, he's really good on, like, you know, on, like, when the ball goes to ground as well, like, so, no, like, I think the club has done really well, and, yeah, like, I'm very, positive for what the future holds for this club, because we're about to have some really successful years coming up real soon. So hopefully we can capitalize on it and get some trophies in the cabinet, I guess.
Murphy refused to be denied, all beaten. Dacos just dropped that down, not under a tackle. Now it's a ball up.
He's just desperate, isn't he, Murphy? You can see plays with a level of spirit and desperation that you'd love to play with. Throws his
Yeah, but even like Frampton, I mean, Frampton is another one that's just like, you know, like, and even with him, like, he's getting better each week. Like I remember being a massive fan of Frampton the second he arrived, and yeah, I definitely copped a fair bit for that.
Stood his ground, but then the masses arrived, and it's over and out of bounds.
Just haven't been able to get free at all, St Kilda. They've got those small forwards, really dangerous small
Tyson, I'll
forwards.
just give you a heads up. If you were happy with I probably need to be very careful with what I say now, but if you were happy with what we did in the last off season, just wait till the next off season. Because yeah, if you thought last off season was good, I've heard a few things, and if what I'm hearing ends up happening, even though it's very early because we're still in what, April, but if what I've heard is happening, then it'll blow what we did last year out of the water, or the last off season out of the water, in terms of how good the recruits we're going to get.
That's a huge number, so just shows your mindset and your intent. It's been fantastic all day from both clubs, really, but especially Collingwood.
Well, that's, I mean, yeah, to go on the whole Frampton thing as well too. I mean, I've been very critical of Adelaide and how they've ran their whole entire club, and the fact that it's actually more with Adelaide. You know, sometimes you can have the player fail the club, where I feel like when it comes to Adelaide, over the last, I want to say, really since that grand final and since that camp, they really haven't like recovered since. And like, yeah, if you look at, I mean, obviously they're playing bowl now, but I mean that's only, you know, that's only because they've just got a good run of form going at the moment. But yeah, like I just think that they've, like, because if you look at the majority of the players that they've gotten, you know, all the ones that are actually good now are mainly players that they've gotten from other clubs. I'd love to know in terms of like their draft like numbers and stuff like that over the last, like, say 5 years. I don't reckon in the last 5 years they've drafted really anyone that you would call a flat out star, personally. Because I know like Fisher Magazine ended up retiring earlier in the year. He was like pick 6. And again, I actually rate Fisher Magazine. Like, if he ever makes a return, yeah, I'd love for him to make a comeback, and God, if he wants to ever come to Collingwood, I wouldn't stop him. But yeah, no, there's been, yeah, I reckon there's a few of them. Like, there's always a few at like Adelaide where. Do I think Jade Gresham will be on our radar? No, I think that's just more the media trying to wish that into existence, but I don't think we need a Jade Gresham, to be honest. And then if we go out and get you know, a Jade Gresham, we can very easily get someone to do that role. That we don't have to fork out, because like, if fork out you know, a heap of money to. Because the thing is that with free agents, especially with someone like Gresham, you're gonna have to pay like 700-800k just to get Gresham in. And for me, that's way overs, and I'd rather go, even if I have to go to a draft, like, you know, a draft, and even if I have to use like a second round pick to go and pick up a guy that does the same thing. You know, you can always like find someone that can do the same job. And yeah, like, and that's the thing, like, we've pretty much got like plenty of those types as well. Like, so I wouldn't personally go after. Yeah, I personally wouldn't go after someone like Gresham, to be honest. But I do know the media are trying to push it, whether if it's true or not, who knows. But I personally haven't heard anything, so I'll make that clear. So.
Crouch. Hill. Just had to do the best he could to get it forward.
And the only reason why the media basically wanted to happen is because he was a Collingwood supporter as a kid, so which isn't always an indication on where players go. What about Ben McKay? I was a fan earlier in the year, but I've sort of gone off a bit on him. My main issues are his durability. Like, I just don't think he can get through a full season. I mean, it shows, like, you know, tell me a season he's played where he's played out the full year. I mean, we're only 5 rounds in and he's already missed a couple games. Or he's missed a game, I think. So, that's really not someone I would want to throw out a heap of money to, so... But, in terms of a free agent I would want, though, like, I'd probably go like a Himmelberg. I think he's super underrated in like, what he does. And I feel like with Checkers being 30, and also Howard not being, much younger, I think he's 30... I think Howard's 34. I feel like, Himmelberg can do both those roles pretty well, so... As he, like, swings, and we'll probably get someone else, obviously, rotate with him, but... Whether if we get him as a forward or a defender, I feel like Himmelberg would be a great option. There you go. Game, set, and match. Yeah, I'd personally think, especially, I mean, he started off the year pretty well, actually. I wonder if that's, you know, maybe to get his price up because he's a free agent at the end of the year, but how good is this? Oh, and then just slides in nicely. How good. Yeah, no, Himmelberg's definitely one to keep an eye on. I have heard a few things in terms of apparently we're linked to him, and apparently we are interested. So, I mean, if you want to go off the form, yeah, if you want to go off the form and what we had last year. Himmelberg would be a great get if we could get him, and if we're interested, maybe we might be able to pull it off. So we'll see.
Vitel's on the move at the front. Owens did his best in the follow-up. Wood. Battle of strength with Josh Dacos, there's no winner.
Collingwood have looked better with a ruckman today, so Billy Frampton's gone in there, hasn't had to play as a key defender. I think they'll continue with that experiment going forward.
But yeah, all I'll say is that yeah, if you like the acquisitions we had last year's trade period and free agency, you're gonna love this year's.
You know, they'll play teams that are much taller in their forward half as compared to St Kilda, so will he have to be called upon to go back? You got McStay with a Howe injury, McStay with his finger injury, which if it is a significant tendon issue, then that's a long period out.
I think Quaynor, they're confident enough that Quaynor could play on a third tall forward.
Yeah.
Murphy's been very good today. Obviously, Darcy Moore's there.
And just playing the percentages here, Tom, off the clock. Staying wide, Nick Dacos, Josh Dacos.
Alright, here we go. Got 7 minutes to go. Actually been blown out a fair bit here. 26 points. There you go. I hope we give Begg some game time this season when he's physically fit. Yes, he's currently on the injury list at the moment. I believe, what was it? I think he was recovering from a back injury, I believe. So, I don't think he's that far away. I think he's a week or two away, I think, from memory. But nah, he's definitely one where he's another guy where he's also very talented too. So just got to make sure we get his injuries right, and yeah, he'll be a pretty good talent, I reckon.
The directions would have taken wider. Instead, he bit off perhaps a little more than he should have.
Yeah, pretty much. I kind of hope we play him more as a forward, and then have him chip in as like a second ruck. That's ideally what I would want to do, but yeah, it seems like the club wants him to basically be a standalone ruck at this point. I wouldn't think he's Grundy. God, what would...
Puts it into the pocket, but it's
trying to think of what Beg would be. I mean, it's kind of strange because like I've always said that he's in terms of the way he moves and stuff like that, he moves a lot like Darcy Moore. But obviously in terms of how he plays and his position, obviously it's the furthest thing from it. So I guess you could probably imagine if we live in another timeline in some weird way and we basically get a Darcy Moore version that was a forward ruck, well then that's Beg. So yeah, if Moore's your centre half back defender, then basically Beg's your same type of like the same sort of like type, but then obviously plays as a forward ruck.
So two important inclusions, but you know you're not going to be able to go deep into September without a key forward.
Which is also why I've been trying to wish this into existence. Actually, I've been wanting to have Aiden Begg as a defender actually. Especially with our key defensive stocks not being that great at the moment, I think he'd be a great defender. Because he definitely did it in his juniors, like he in his what's it called? No, not juniors, like you know, like basically leading up to get drafted. Geez, Murphy seemed like he's a bit out there. Oh, 1000%. 1000% we've got a bright future. And people don't even know about Arlo Draper or even Harvey Harrison yet. Like,
Nathan Murphy's just coming off now, guys. Didn't see what happened, but he was on the ground for a while.
Review underway.
yeah, well, I mean, when it comes like, I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I mean, obviously he's gonna probably be that forward ruck. But during the lead up to him being drafted in the mid-season draft, he did play like a bit of everything, like a bit of forward, a bit of ruck, a bit of defense. So he definitely has some defensive skills there.
Looking at these angles, we can see there is a spike on edge as the ball passes the post. Decision on the scoreboard.
Feather touch.
We want to get it right. I understand that. The umpire right in the position to get it right. So well done.
You're a hard man, Pat. I like it.
I don't know what happened to Murphy there just before, but yeah, he seemed to be pretty slow to get up. So I hope that's not like a concussion or something like that, but that didn't look too good either.
There's only one flag on the right post.
High leap from Mychek, and well, there was a cue, but he had his name on the door. Half back.
He's been terrific since half-time, Mychek. Really since the McStay injury, which was at quarter time, I think.
Yeah, but no, if I was the list manager or basically the guy making the goal, if I was Bly, I'd be asking Beg to maybe be a key defender. Because yeah, our key defensive stocks at the moment are not great. Yeah, I didn't like. I only saw him on the ground, so I didn't pay attention whether it was like a collision or if he got if it was in a contest or whatever. So I'll watch that back when when I hop off stream, obviously, to see how that went. But he was very slow to get up, which isn't great.
Cleverly to Ross, who decided to keep on going. Why not? Hill.
Yeah, he's had a good run for, I want to say, a couple of years now. But yeah, he did have some history with that. He also had some like other injuries too. I think, didn't he have like a back injury that was pretty bad? I want to say he had like some sort of injuries that kept him out for a couple of years. Or maybe it was in concussion. Maybe I'm just like bugging with somebody else. So I know Wilson's had some back issues the last couple of years.
Huge upset yesterday over Melbourne.
Oh, and for those counting, Nick Dacos has 42 disposals at the moment.
Been a tougher afternoon for Jack Higgins, but
42 disposals at 76%.
cuts the margin back to 19 points, but they know. Here's what you were talking about earlier with Murphy.
Push and shove.
Oh, okay, they're showing it here. Wait, what?
Certainly rattled him.
He's not happy about it. Okay, that was very interesting. Yeah, in 2019. Yeah, Gold Coast was an ankle. No, yeah, I remember the one you're talking about. No, sorry, no, it wasn't Gold Coast. Who was it in the practice match? Giants. Yeah, he did his ankle in the Giants game last year. And
wheels around on his left, struck that pretty well, but not quite well enough.
So 9 clearances, Brad Crouch.
yeah.
Solid performance, 32 disposals, 16 of those contested, 9 inside 50s. The goal himself.
Well, that was the mark that he took as well too. I don't know if he had to have like concussion protocols around that. But there was a mark he took against the Suns that was, pretty, basically put his health at risk. Where he tried to go like the...
Filippo knew exactly where to give it to Burns. Dribbles him through. And now...
there you go. Saints with a goal. Now made it a... Is that 2 goals now?
Possibly. Why not? And 11 seconds, Dwayno.
71 seconds left. 2 goals in it.
Bounce hasn't been their strength really today, but you just never know, Brownie. You never know. Could they? You saw one of the last clearances.
Crouch has been on fire today.
Yeah, we're just got to get a point now.
The centre bounce clearance, he's had 4 himself. Burns is a terrific runner.
We're just going to get a score. Whether it's a point, goal. That's all that's needed.
Who's going to ruck for St Kilda? So it's not Marshall, it's going to be Owens. So Owens to do the ruck work, which is a little strange.
Do you stay down and just shark the tap here, Dwayne?
So Frampick gets up, 1 minute left, dumps it into space.
No.
Sinclair pounces. Hunter Clark came off half back and was free and sends it toward Caminiti and Quaynor. Ball comes up to Crouch. He gets a chance at goal.
Oh no. Alright, it's just 6 points of difference.
51 seconds left.
50 seconds left. Yeah, I mean, I don't think... Yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll lose it. It's either, like, we either win it or it's a draw, but... Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is win the clearances. Like, if you win the clearance in the centre, then you just got to get it in the forward line, and even if you just hold it up there for a bit or get a score, just get something. That's what I'd be doing. If I'm anywhere in between 60 metres or less, I'm just going to be having a shot. Doesn't matter if I get it or not.
51 seconds. Owens restrained. Play on the call. The hottest of balls in the middle. They're clear.
Come on. Tackle. Good. Alright, Maynard's got it now.
Rossline has a laugh. Plays it wide. They've got to get a man. Got to get a man each. 28 seconds. Chris plays traffic cop. They need it on the wing. They've got to win it back. The draw is probably...
Oh, why?
Is going to give them a shot. Crowd on their feet. Is there a late St Kilda mark? No, Elliott. A blind handball.
Oh, come on.
Absolutely chaotic. More. They close. They close. And the siren is nigh.
Gonna need a bicycle kick out of mid-air.
Yeah, come on. We should be alright here. Yes, let's go. Oh, man. What a game.
With a Magpie victory. A very big...
Man, what a what a nervous ending there.
But the Magpies have prevailed, and Anzac Day is going to be massive. What a weekend of football.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about Anzac Day actually. God, that's gonna be big. What's going on with Elliott? He wasn't very happy there. Elliott with the ankle or something like that. I was just about to say, it's like, geez. Yeah. Oh yeah, true, true.
Let's have a look if there is eye contact. Is there? Maybe not.
No, they let those ones go now.
Maybe not.
Fair enough.
Great performance from St Kilda. Really
That's not a high tackle. You're kidding me.
Collingwood really
Oh man.
that second half, the better team on the night.
But yeah, Dacos 42 disposals at 76%. How good. Alright, just to go through all the like numbers and everything. Nick Dacos got 42 at 76. Josh Dacos 30 disposals, 73%. Wait, so what's that? What's that? 70. Gee, so Nick and Josh combined was 72%. So yeah, so 72 disposals. And yeah, going at pretty much 75% pretty much between the two.
PBs galore for you on a personal note today. 42 disposals and about 850 metres gained. I know you're not about the individual achievements, but you are having a wonderful season. How pleasing is it for you that you're in such great form?
Yeah, that's awesome to hear.
Alright, here we go. So yeah, Nick Dacos being interviewed.
I genuinely am just the beneficiary of players around me, so it's great, and we'll move on to next week, Essendon.
Gather round, it's been pretty awesome, and the Collingwood chant ringing out here at Adelaide Oval. It's not a home game, but it must feel like a home away from home when the Magpie Army follows you.
Yeah, best supporter base in the land, I think. We feel so comfortable coming to these away trips because they come and support us, and they're our 24th man, so we love it.
You touched on Anzac Day. It is the biggest home and away game on the calendar. What a privilege it is to play in it. How excited are you for this one?
Oh, massive privilege. I think it was one of my favourite games last year playing in it. I've always watched them as a young kid, so it's a privilege to play in it, and I think there's a few boys that will play their first Anzac Day, so it's very exciting.
An impressive performance. Well done today.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's great to watch, isn't he? Only his second year. Imagine what he's going to be like when he grows up. He's just unbelievable. So, Ross Lyon, he had a bit of a laugh about that. Can't question their commitment, their fight. They fight it out all the way to the finish line.
Yeah, God, what a win.
Fantastic. Again, down with Eddie Betts.
Yeah, mate, how great was that?
Yeah, it was a good win for the boys.
Yeah, so if you guys have anything in the chat, feel free to put it in. But yeah, what a win. Oh, here we go. Here's Bobby.
Feeling good, body feeling good?
Yeah, body's never been better. You know, obviously going through that stuff last year and, you know, the support I had with my family, obviously getting the trade to come to Collingwood and obviously, you know, having Brad there in Melbourne, you know, my partner and my little one, yeah, full credit to them and, yeah, no, the body's gone good.
And you got a couple of good little forwards there. You got Jamie Atta and Jack Ginnivan down there. It's pretty special working with them. It's like the next three amigos there.
Yeah, it is. It's fun. You know, never been in a forward line environment like that where it's, you know, in that round one where we were down by, you know, 3 or 4 goals, we're still smiling and, you know, to get that turnout and to play alongside them in the tours as well with Ash and Checkers and, you know, Will down there as well. It's, you know, it's amazing.
And last but not least, how special was the banner today with Uncle Nicky Winmar coming down 30 years, you know, where he took that stance? It was pretty special for 2 footy clubs to run through that banner.
Yeah, it is, especially, you know, what happened back then and, yeah, you know, full credit to both clubs to, you know, come together in Adelaide and the crowd turned out well to do that and full credit to Uncle Nicky to, you know, come out and, you know, it was such an honour to play this round for him and, yeah, no, I love him.
That's good work, brother. Keep being deadly, keep staying black and keep killing it, brother. Good work.
Oh, what a magnificent game to wrap up, gather round in Adelaide.
Yeah, how good is Bobby Hill? Yeah, we certainly did, Kev. We certainly did.
Moved to 4-1, and it is smiles all around for the black and white. It could be a big year ahead for them. Hey, if you want to hear the song, stick with us. We're going to go back there soon, but you're going to have to watch it on Bounce.
Yeah. Oh, this is pathetic.
Good evening and welcome to Bounce. Great to have your company on a Sunday night, I should say. The show brought to you very proudly by the Ford Mustang Mach-E, which is a mouthful to say, but it is a magnificent vehicle, make no mistake there. We will head back to the ground to see...
Yeah, it was, Shannon. It was actually a really good one.
Coming up, we've got the latest Yesterday's Heroes Challenge, the table tennis doubles tournament to explode tonight. Yes. You need to see it to believe it. Now, if you haven't really joined us before, the show's all about winding down after a big weekend of football. We like to take a light-hearted, if not a cheeky look at the game. But truth be told, it's more about the stars that are sitting next to me, or one superstar in particular. To use horse racing parlance, we have a world champion thoroughbred stallion and 2 stable ponies to keep him company. Would you please welcome...
Yeah, well, I mean, the fact that it was 6 points, wasn't it? So the fact that, you know, it's another close win under our belt. So what's that? Like another, what's that? Close win number 13. So, yeah, no, it's yeah, I definitely heard that. Yeah, they definitely made that extremely clear on the broadcast, that's for sure. But yeah, no, it's another win, another close win. So obviously, I mean, you're obviously gonna have close wins. I mean, you can't stop that. But yeah, what's that make us now? Is that 4 wins, 1 loss? So but yeah, no, like it was obviously a pretty good yeah, it was obviously a pretty good effort from the guys, and yeah, to get that extra win and to also respond against that Brisbane game too was also pretty special as well. Oh, is he supposed to step down soon, is he? Well, apparently there was a rumour he didn't want to step down till, I think, Tassie was going to happen. I think that was his final... That was the final thing that he wanted to have done. So until that happens, I don't think... Yeah, so until that happens, I don't know if he's actually going to... not be the CEO. Or, no, not the CEO. The trying to think of what it's called. You know, the leader of AFL. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Tassie thing. He wanted that to go through. before he did anything about leaving. So I probably wouldn't blame him either. I mean, he's probably put a bit of effort into that, so you'd probably want to see it out. Is he live? I have no idea who you're talking about. But no, like, obviously it was a really good game. And yeah, so I mean, yeah, it was obviously a really good game. Played extremely well, and yeah, we obviously got the win, and I mean that's at the end of the day. Even with scrappy, in the end, it was actually pretty much a scrappy win, even though we had that great start in the fourth quarter. But yeah, that scrappy win was pretty good because you know you got to have wins like that throughout the year if you're gonna win some. But yeah, I think I might actually finish it off here though, because obviously this is just a reaction to the game itself, and yeah, I'll finish off the stream here. So I'd like to thank everybody for supporting the stream. You know, you guys have been awesome. You guys have really got behind it, so I would really like to thank you guys. And yeah, without further ado, I will now finish off the stream. And yeah, so if you like the stream, please like the stream. And yeah, so if you like the stream, please like the stream, and if you want more of my content and to be up to date with anything coming in the future, please subscribe. And I would like to thank you all for watching. Yeah, I'm absolutely cooked, guys. And would like to thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all in another stream and or video. Thanks. All right, see you guys.